Guys, happy afternoon. Yeah, happiness seems not to be there with you. Today we have a topic of interpersonal skills. The first 20 minutes will be a little different from this interpersonal skills, but this is one skill set. If you learn, when you die, at least you will be satisfied and happy. Yes, I lived a life which was fruitful and it was happy. Like, why I'm putting it across is, let me ask you a simple question. If I am going to ask you, what is the goals of all goals? What is the super goal of your life? What is the super goal of your life?
Be happy.
Okay, we will take a be happy because it has already come up. Anybody else? Anything else you have in mind? I will arrive at be happy because if some suspense would have been there, it would have been nice. Sir directly came to the point. Yes. See, the goal of all goals is, can you be happy? But whenever you look at your life, you are always cribbing about the past when you would have actually enjoyed happiness to abundance. And you will start thinking, I should have enjoyed those happiness. Why I have not enjoyed those happiness? You will start actually cribbing about the past where you did not enjoy to the maximum when opportunity was there. And you will always be anticipating that in future you will see happiness. And you will never try to experience happiness in the present. Right now I am taking a class, irrespective of whether you like it or dislike it, the class is happening. The present continuous tense right now is, I am taking the class, you guys are attending the class. Can I keep that happiness as constant? No, our mind will always look for, I think while we were having that lunch, if one sweet would have been given, it would have created a little bit of happiness, and your focus is there. Now tomorrow if the food is served which is not as good as today, you will start cribbling, I should have enjoyed the yesterday's food. Now it was so tasty. I started taking it in limited quantity. So we are always cribbing about the past when we would have actually lived in abundance and happiness. We restricted ourselves. Nobody else restricted. We always say, when we talk about yesterday's confidence, when we talk about today's success, there is a beautiful line we always say, Dushman kahan hai? Any answer? Dushman kahan hai? Can you repeat the question 3 times? Dushman kahan hai? Dushman kahan hai? Dushman kahan hai? What is the answer? Usually we say Dushman bagal mein hai. We always say that. But let me put it otherwise. Dushman bagal mein nahi hai. Dushman andar hai. If a person is successful, it is not because of his bagal wala person, it is because of himself. He made himself successful by making the right kind of choices. Can you become a friend of yourself so that you can see that success, you can see that leadership and you can experience that leadership, or are you going to become a dushman of yourself? When the alarm rings at 4 o'clock, you and me know after 35 plus, after 40 plus, after 50 plus, it is our moral responsibility to work on our health. So let us give this temporary pleasures of sleeping early in the morning, get up and start doing walking, start doing yoga, start doing pranayam. And all of us definitely know once all these are done, it will give us a fruitful, healthy living next few years. How I take care of my body this 5 years is going to determine how my body is going to live with me for the next 5 years. And the next 5 years, how you take care of your body will decide how you will live with the same body, with the same vehicle, comfortably in the next 5 years. So always, whenever we need to ask, if you're not happy, who is responsible for it? I am responsible for it. There is no bagalwala here. Your parents are not responsible, your colleagues are not responsible, your boss is not responsible. It was you who was supposed to take the call. If you have not taken the call, dushman bagal mein nahi hai, dushman andar hai. Every opportunity when it comes, if you are not going to grab it with all hands, knowing that there is a stress, knowing that there is a fear, knowing that there is a condition that it may be a failure, it may become a successful, still you did not dare enough to go and take those choices, that means dushman bagal mein nahi hai, andar hai. And again, when it comes to excuses, the same dushman comes out with lot of excuses to tell why I cannot take this opportunity. Can you become a friend of willingness so that you say, I want to do that, so that the solution will start approaching you? The choice of whether you want solutions to approach you or you want excuses to approach you, choice was yours. Bagal wala choice nahi kiya hai. A fisherman's son should have been a fisherman. If he would have thought so, then we say the influence in Abdul Kalam had to be his father so that he becomes a better fisherman. No, दुश्मन कहाँ है? अंदर है. दोस्त भी कहाँ है? वो भी अंदर है. If I am successful today, it is only because of the friend in me who tempted, pushed me in every time when I took a wrong decision, alerted me and made me take up the right choices. So today I am in the destination where I am. So when we talk about this happiness also, we have every moment of our life where we can live in this moment. The last 10 minutes, whatever I have spoken, I cannot get it back. But our entire life, from the time we were born till now, we have always never lived in the present. We are always cribbing about the past, which where you were actually happy, but you did not actually enjoy those happiness, and you are anticipating happiness will come in the future. This would be very important not only for you, even for your family, even for your kids. It makes them understand what is the ultimate goal of life. We always think ultimate goal of life is money, but when money comes, are you happy? No, definitely not. So let us understand this, whatever the perspective of how happiness can be defined. We were born. After we were born, our parents pushed us to school thinking if my son gets educated, he can always get better opportunities and he can be happy. Thinking that he will remain happy, they pushed us to school. As a child, we wanted to go to school. Seeing our neighbors going to school, there was a craving in us. I should also go to school. I should also go to school. And we went to school. First day we may have cried, but it was only because of the detachment of our parents who came, left us there and they went. Otherwise, we were happy in the school. In the primary or a kindergarten, the first time we got in, we thought going to kindergarten is happiness, and 1 week passed, 2 weeks passed, and slowly you started realizing what happiness is. There is no happiness. I was very, very happy at home. I think happiness is not here. Maybe when I go to primary school, from 1st standard to 7th standard, I'll be happy. And I pushed those 2 years, anticipating that from 1st standard to 7th standard, I'll enjoy much, much more happier life. And I pushed myself to 1st standard. We went to 1st standard, a new school or a new place or a new classroom. You were happy. But was that happiness permanent? No. Again, it was limited. You started feeling, what happiness is this? I was very happy in kindergarten, much, much more happier at home. I think I will be more happier when I go to high school. And you pushed yourself to 8th, 9th and 10th. Did you enjoy those 8th, 9th and 10th? It was 8th initial 1 month or 2 months, and slowly you started realizing too many subjects to study. Definitely my primary school was much, much more happier. Kindergarten still more happier. At home I really was happier. And you start thinking, what happiness is this? Maybe I will enjoy my happiness in the future. So what you did, you pushed yourself thinking, when I go to college, that too for 11th and 12th, it's a college environment, it's a college atmosphere, I can definitely have lots of happiness. In anticipating that happiness, you jumped to +1 and you knew +1 and +2 more subjects to study, again the same reverse order. Then you thought maybe getting into a graduation is happiness, and you pushed yourself to graduation. It could be BCom, it could be BA, it could be BE, or it could be IIT, irrespective of whatever academics. You thought there is abundance happiness when you are studying in degree college. And slowly you started realizing more books to study, but in detail subjects to study. I was more happier in +1 and +2, still more happier in my high school, much more happier in my primary. At home, I was the happiest person. And then you start thinking, yes, maybe if I get into that first job, the job, I'll be happier. And you pushed yourself into a job. You did lot of wear and tears was there. It was not easy to get that first job. And the first job comes, and first salary comes, second salary comes. And then you start realizing, what happiness is this? There is a lot of politics in office. Nobody likes each other. Nobody wants each other's prospects. Everybody wants their own selfish. And with all this, you start thinking, what happiness is this? I was very happier in degree college, much more happier in +1, +2, and same thing continues. And ultimately you say, at home I was so happier. And somebody tells, marriage is happiness. How many of you are married here? Raise your hand. All of you. Okay. All of you also thought the same thing. Marriage means it is always heaven only. Marriage is a combo offer. It comes with hell and heaven together. And that's the reason we say you will not raise in love, you will always fall in love. You will fall deeply into love. So that falling itself is that something negative is expected. Marriage is a continuous process tense. It needs to be worked consistently. Interpersonal skills needs to be worked consistently. Only then when you go to different such verticals, you can always expand and create an happiness there. When happiness is created, energy level is more, it pushes the entire team to the next level. But we forget that. We think this team mein happiness nahi hai. Maybe the next team comes, we will have more happiness. The past team was much better than this. At least you should listen whatever I say. You will never live in this moment. And somebody told happiness is marriage, and you went up to your mom and dad and told, Mom, Dad, you are asking for something, na? Then mom, dad knows. What was I asking? You were asking for something, am I ready? I am ready. What did we ask for? You are ready. You are going to office only, na? Anything else you wanted to do? No. They are also trying to pull the leg because they know you will not raise, you will fall in marriage. And that's the beauty of it. That's the reason we say if a human mind has to experience both heaven and hell, marriage is the best solution. You will understand both. And then so something happens and then you get married. From the engagement till the marriage and after marriage, maybe 3 months or few of you 6 months, yes, it is heaven always. Because spouse, whoever he or she is, they wouldn't have seen the negative of each other. You would have always shown the positive side of yourself, Though you were an apple, you would have decorated, made up yourself or made up a makeup karke aap mango ki tarah, you would have shown that you are the most gentle mango juice. And when life pushes you, only apple juice will come because internally you are apple only. The same thing would have happened to them also. Both the cases it is the same. You would have seen the good side of each other and then tu my will start and then you will say, what hell is this marriage? I was so happy as a bachelor. I was much more happier in my office and I was still more happier in my graduation. I was still more happier in +1, +2, much more in my primary, and I was the most happiest when I was at home. In this, you start thinking, arey yaar, what is this happiness? There is tantrums every day and somebody says, bacha aa jayega na, gar, devasthan ban jayega, means it becomes a temple. That is what you have heard. Lekin, when the baby is in the neighboring house, it is heaven here. Because you can go every now and then and you can say, Chinnu, how are you? So lovely. And then you can come. And you and me, we know when a son or a daughter, when a child is born in your home, everything becomes a facade. You would have kept your home as though there is a place for everything and everything in its place. You would have kept a timings, there is a time for everything and everything in its own time. And you would have kept the right way for everything and everything in the right way. So disciplinedly you would have lived the life, and that boy or that child will come out and he or she will decide when you should sleep, when you should not sleep. And he will decide which is the potty place, which is not the potty place. So for him, even if you bring your CEO and introduce him and the CEO says, let me have him, and when he asks, he doesn't know that he shouldn't do su there. He completes off. And the CEO says, I think your son has punished me for something which I have done to you. Natural. So a baby in the neighboring house is very good. And slowly the same person would have told, I have an angel in my house born and we are enjoying. Sometimes you say, I have a devil in my house and he takes every control of the house, and it becomes too episodic. And then you think, maybe when my son goes to school, he will be happy, I will be happy. And you push him to school. And as he starts growing, you will always crib about the same thing. When he was little, at least I could have hit him and disciplined him. Right now, he doesn't listen to me at all. And you push him to 10th, you push him to +1, +2, you push him to graduation, anticipating at least graduation jayega to mera sir dard kham ho jayega. That's how we anticipate. And then we push him to graduation, and the same story. It is the same story, which is again rewinding. And then he is also not happy, you are also not happy, and then you think maybe शादी कर लेगा तो वो भी खुश है, मुझे भी बहू आएगा तो खुश हो जाऊंगा, and बहू comes. वो is from a complete different environment. How will she get adjusted here? Tu tu mai mai to rahe gayi. And then they start tu mai mai, and then you start realizing what life is it is. My past was so beautiful. My son, when he was unmarried, when he was just a bachelor, it was much more interesting. And you are always cribbing about the past which you did not enjoy, always anticipating that in future you are going to enjoy happiness. And this is how you have lived your life from the time you are born till now. But cautiously, can we make this decision? Whatever happens, from now on, I am going to live in this moment. In this moment, I shall only experience happiness, nothing else but happiness. That has to be our take home. Because this is how life is going to be. Even for the simple reason, assuming your kids are being called and I take up the same class, I tell them to do this experiment. It's a simple experiment, but it works. This is how reality is. A daughter goes up to his father and she's trying to collect certain information to justify whatever I've told is right or wrong. She goes up to her father and it is a very straightforward question just to understand the facts so that you will know what answer you will give, so that you will understand this better. You will have to go to your dad and keep your dad's hand on you, and you should take a promise. And dad should promise, my dear daughter, I am promising on you whatever I tell will be the truth, nothing but the truth. And then you ask this simple question. Papa, from the time of engagement till marriage and maybe after marriage 2-3 months, how was mother? Was she an angel or a devil? Don't give them more choices. It's difficult to make decision. Angel or devil, only two options. He will definitely say, or you will also definitely say, she's always been an angel. You say. Now again the second promise. Okay Papa, from the time after the marriage 3 months or 4 months, and from then till now, I think it's been 20 or 15 years of your marriage life or 10 years of your marriage life for all of you. You should again tell me the truth, nothing but the truth you have promised. Is it mom was always an angel or devil? Now he will smile. I wanted somebody to ask me this question. I thought your mother is an angel. But I don't know when this angel got transformed into devil. And my God, the kind of tantrums what your mother throws, it is so very difficult to handle. It was me only who has handled. You have told this? Now the same daughter will go to the mother and ask the same question. The first question is again the same. Mom, from the time of engagement till now, means after 3 months of marriage, how was Papa? Always an angel? And she says, wow, he was a gem of a person. I used to ask him one small earring, used to get a big chain. What love he used to express. Beautiful. Whenever he wanted to watch, I wanted to watch anything, any movie or any TV channel, the remote was under my control. And he was an angel. And again the next question. Mama, from the time after 3 months of your marriage, now till 15 years, if I'm asking you again a straightforward question, how was Papa? Always an angel or devil? I don't know when he transformed himself into devil. Now I ask him for a bangle, he will think twice. First I used to ask for a earring, used to get a chain. Now if I ask for bangle, he never even gets me a small earring. That has become. Forget about the remote, nothing is under our control. Everything we start with tu my. So why is this the difference? And again, marriage is a present continuous tense. It is an interpersonal skill. It has to be consistently worked on. Mood swings will be there. It has to be worked accordingly. Anything that is consistently done will never give you pleasure, whether it is positive or negative. All of you who wouldn't have actually smoked, but still I am telling you, a man who starts with one cigar consistently every day used to feel a kick of like, wow, today I had a great smoke. But after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, that one cigar will not give him the same experience. The pleasure that he used to get by actually completing one cigar is not the same. After 4 months, he feels like nothing has started only, and he starts taking 2 cigars. And after few days, that also will not give a kick. It starts with 4 cigars, then 1 pack of cigars, then 2 pack of cigars. Anything which is pleasurable, whatever the quantity that was given and that was giving you pleasure, the same thing will not always be pleasurable. This is the nature of life. You cannot escape. In the same manner, everything that is painful will not always remain painful. That is a positive side of it. Today, yes, I injured myself. I am admitted in the hospital and it is for last 3 months. But first day when somebody came up to me and they told, I used to feel like the pain is unbearable. After 1 week, the same friend comes and he says, how is the pain? Manageable. And pain is still there. After the 3rd month when he comes, how is the pain? I don't feel the pain at all. Does it mean that you don't have a pain? Pain is still there. The pain also, when it is consistently taken over a period of time, the same quantity doesn't give you pain. That's the reason we say, if you can by volunteer experience pain consistently over a period of time, automatically by nature the pain will not be painful at all. You will start feeling comfortable. That's how positive things has to be adopted. And negative things have to be dropped, because anything that is pleasurable today, 1 glass of coffee is pleasurable today, 1 peg is pleasurable today, but after 1 week it is not going to be the same. You will actually be asked for 2 pegs. You will become a slave of that negative and it will ask for more, ask for more, ask for more, ask for more. And a day would come when cigar wouldn't give you a kick. You want to try something more dangerous, something more stronger. And then people get into drug abuse. So life is like that. So it has to be a present continuous tense and it has to be consistently worked on. And only then you can keep this happiness constant. Most of us, while using this word happiness also, we don't want to use in abundance. We want to use it in scarcity. As though if I give it in abundance, the happiness will just go off. But let us put this simple understanding all of us have. Our entire body is considered as an Akshaya Patra, including the mind, what I am talking about. If I can give something taking out of this Akshaya Patra into the outside world, the same thing will flow in abundance. If I can give out happiness in abundance, happiness will flow. If I can give out actually sorrow in abundance, sorrow will flow. If I can give out love in abundance, love will flow. So knowing that, why don't we actually spread happiness? But we use it in lots and lots of scarcity. Assuming we want to wish in our department, one person, happiness. What do? We wait for one promotion to come, which may not come for years together, or if it is once in a year, at least we wait for his birthday to come, we make him stand and we wish him happy birthday. Those who have missed that birthday because they weren't there on that particular day, when they come next day, they don't wish happiness for that particular day. What they say? Belated happy birthday. We are saying, go back to yesterday, enjoy your birthday and come. And sometimes we will not know whether you are wishing or cursing. Assuming today was Saturday and we had a very good class from Monday to Saturday, all of you were very, very tired. Now, because it was Saturday, you wanted to take off and automatically it is half a day off. What do you exchange with each other? What do you actually say to each other? Happy weekend. Saturday itself is a weekend, but still in our mind, in everyone's of our mind, we assume that Sunday is a weekend and Monday is the beginning of the week. But actual English calendar, Sunday is the beginning of the week. But we will understand from that perspective only. All of us have wished happy weekend. While wishing also we are happy, 100%. Why? Because tomorrow is Sunday. We are so happy. You should imagine how you go from office to home on Saturdays. Most of you travel taking your own free time because you know tomorrow is Sunday. If you are walking by, you will taste all the chats, you will taste all the new hotels, whatever simple things possible, because you know tomorrow is Sunday and you have luxurious time in your hand. And you take some packages to home also, it could be some parcel, and with the family you enjoy, your wife, your kids, everybody is on the top of happiness because they know tomorrow is Sunday and today is Saturday, and you have wished each other happy weekend. You have dinner at your own time because you know tomorrow is Sunday and you eat the dinner so happily. The most happiest dinner had by any one of us is Saturday's dinner. On the other contrary, the most horrible dinner that all of us have is Sunday's dinner. We will come back. Saturday you had your dinner and you binge watch all the serials because you know tomorrow is Sunday. At home also there is happiness to abundance. You don't really look at the alarm to be kept because tomorrow is Sunday. You take your own sweet time and you go to bed at your convenience, maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, but you go to bed. You get up early in the morning, maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe 9. You are in the peak of happiness. Why? Because it is Sunday. You have your coffee like you have never had on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. On Sundays, coffee is the best coffee that you can think of. You are in the peak of happiness and you have your breakfast like you have never had your breakfast. A luxury breakfast, maybe at your own convenient time, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And you wait for that Sunday afternoon lunch to happen because that would be the most luxurious lunch you will have. And after that, you know, when Madhya Pradesh is full, Uttar Pradesh should rest. And you will sleep, lie down in Shavasana, and you enjoy that nap like you have never enjoyed before. And at 4 o'clock, 4:30, something alerts you and you start imagining tomorrow is Monday. You are still imagining. The moment that Monday comes, you feel like going to the calendar, tearing that Monday and taking Sunday 1, Sunday 2, Sunday 3, and the same mind which was in the peak of happiness transforms into miserable, and your boss will come here, your colleagues will come here, your commitments will come here, your projects will come here. Same thing is happening with your wife, same thing is happening with the kids. And it was your own wish. What did you wish? Happy weekend. Once the week comes to an end, your life will become miserable. And the sweetest night was Saturday, and the most dumbest, most scary night was Sunday. You want to sleep, sleep is not coming because you have slept in the afternoon, boss is coming, work is coming, commitment is coming, EMIs is coming. It creates so much of turbulence. If you can conquer that sad Sunday evening, that 12 hours, you can live a life for a longer life. Why? Because that period creates a very high level of stress in every one of us. And that is how Monday becomes a Monday blue. All of us are allergic to Monday, including your boss, including your wife, including your family members. That is how it is going to be. It is going to be. And Sunday you don't get sleep at all. You sleep early in the morning and then in an hurry-burry you get up and everything is happening in a rush. It was your own wish. You should have wished happy Monday. Instead, what did you say? Happy weekend. That means let happiness stay till weekend. Why don't we use happiness in abundance? Why do you want to use it in scarcity? When we can create happiness to ourselves, for no reason we unnecessarily create misery to ourselves. And sometimes the reason could be so stupid, but still we tend to do it. You and me, we tend to do it again and again. I give you an example of 3 idiots. 2 of them saw their results. They were happy. Natural emotions. Look at the devil's emotion. When they go and say only 2 of us, our names are there, and the other person says the other one is on the top of the list, they never wanted him to be on the top of the list. The moment they come to know he is on the top of the list, their happiness turns misery. They thought, agar my fail bhi ho chuka hota, I wouldn't have minded, but that guy coming first, we cannot take it. See how miserable we will be. Our entire life is like that. Let me take one more example and then we will go to that fact. It was one such day where it was a Sunday morning. All of us were having coffee and my sister was offering puja in the puja room and my mom was preparing coffee. I and my dad, we were having the newspaper. There was an headlines. It was the season when Super Lotto lottery was legal in Bangalore also. So every time when the winner is announced, it would be an headline news, and as it is the headline news read, a Bangalore boy wins, 3 crores Super Lotto lottery. Hearing this news, we were happy. I read it louder. My father was happy. My mom was happy. My sister was also happy. She was about to prepare for the diya and then light the lamp. Then mom told, hey, it's such a beautiful day, such a happy day. A Bangalore boy is winning 3 crores of rupees. My sister's name is Manju. Manju, anyway you are lighting the lamp. Instead of oil lamp, you take ghee and you light a ghee lamp. Natural happiness expressed. And then she's taking the ghee lamp and she's getting ready. My father told, read more, let us find out exactly who has bought it. I continue to read and it says, this lottery has gone to Bangalore South. We also live in Bangalore South. We were very, very happy. because it has come to Bangalore South. Our happiness is going high and high and high. And then the person stays in Wilson Garden. We also stay in Wilson Garden. My God, our happiness went above Mount Everest. And then as I read, the boy resides in 11th Cross, and we also stay in 11th Cross. We were very, very happy. Then after that I read 213/60 was our house. 213/61 resides in 213/61 and his name is Ram. There was pin drop silence at home because the 3 crores has gone to the neighbor. The same mom told, oh God, our kids are not visible to you only. Our kids are more intelligent than them also. Devre nyayane illa bidi. Kaliyugadalli there is no truth at all. And all of our happiness, even mine, even my father's, even my mother's, if you were there in that position, the same thing would have happened. And my mother shouted and have you finished lighting the lamp? Then she told, no, don't light a oil lamp also, don't light ghee lamp also, you come back. The same happiness becomes misery. This is not something which has happened, but ask ourselves, are we also in the same role? Yes. When the same promotion goes to our colleague for whatever reason, we can't take it up. And we expect when the same promotion comes to us, all others should obediently take it up. It's not going to be like that. You need to work on that. So can we keep our happiness constant irrespective of, in spite of? That has to be the logic. So this happiness has to be brought in. By force you can bring it in. If misery can come by force, I can avoid misery by force and I can bring happiness by force and see to it, irrespective of, in spite of whatever the situation, my happiness has to be constant. And the beauty of happiness is you can create it. You can create from within. And misery also, it is again created from within. Nothing changed when the lottery went to an X or a Y. Nothing of mine was changed. The moment it comes to our relatives, the moment the same promotion comes to our colleague, the moment the same thing happens to our neighbor, the same thing happens to our cousin, we are not ready to accept. Then we should ask ourselves, are we not in the right direction? Yes, the answer is not. Yesterday I was talking about confidence building. I was talking about subconscious state. See, subconscious state is actually, it doesn't have a logic in him. Subconscious state doesn't have logic. Whatever comes from the conscious mind, he simply takes it up. It doesn't have logic. But the moment he takes it up, that belief system becomes the strongest belief system which nobody can crack. Today if I take Dhirubhai Ambani's grandson, who may come in the future, and ask him to start a project, his mind and his subconscious state is so well programmed, he can never think of any project less than 500 crore. Yesterday I told you. Why? Because your subconscious mind understands that your capability minimum is only 500 crores. And highest could be 1000 crores, 2000 crores. That's how our mind is built up. That's how our confidence actually gets in and then sits there. So even in this happiness also, it is our own concept. Our mind does not understand. Sometimes it will react for something there is no connectivity at all. So can I use that for positive things? That's the reason we say, if there is a promotion that happens to your colleague, if you can be the person who will enjoy it the most, the genie understands, my master likes promotion, so let me give him promotion. When the same wife gets promotion, or the same colleague gets promotion or a better opportunity, or the same brother gets a better opportunity, same neighbor gets a better opportunity, if you start cribbing about, you are sending a message to the genie, and the genie understands, no, my master doesn't like prosperity at all. He doesn't like happiness only. So let me give what he likes, and he keeps giving what you wanted. You did not enjoy that emotionally. Simple. This is how our emotions work. It simply attracts and you will start reacting. Let me tell you how illogic our subconscious mind is. But as a right farmer, you can sow the right kind of seeds and create permanent happiness forever. There are a lot of such examples. It so happened, I still remember that day, when my mom got a call. She got a call from one of her friend, and her mother had passed away. So my mother was going that side. She told, I'll go in an auto. Then I told, no, I will drop you in a two-wheeler. Then he told, you don't come, you will become emotional. I told, Mom, why will I become emotional? It is your friend and your friend's mom, which you have also not seen, I have also not seen. And you think that I am going to become emotional? Not at all possible. At least I'll take it as a challenge that I will not become emotional. I'll come inside also and I will go. I will not become emotional. I told it's a challenge and I took her. My mom stopped very far away from the gate because a lot of crowd was there, and she told, you wait here only, don't come with me. No, I will come. You told I'll become emotional. Let me see how I become emotional. And our human mind doesn't work like that. It becomes emotional. It doesn't know. When there is happiness, when you join that happiness, your mind creates that happiness and it will start attracting more happiness. And if a mind meets a sorrowful people and so sorrow gets into you, and you will start attracting more sorrow. That's how the logic is. Jealousiness, that's how the logic is. You push jealousiness onto the outside world in abundance. Are you pushing it to the outside world in abundance? No. You are also pushing it to your subconscious state without knowing. You are expressing jealousy to outside. You are pushing the jealousy deep into your subconscious state. And every product that comes out of your subconscious state, that field, will have the jealousy as one of its energy. And the jealousy as one of its energy. And it actually smells such a foul. People can easily understand. This man is a jealousy person. This man is not a man of words. He commits and he doesn't follow. He commits, he doesn't follow. And I told I will not become emotional. I went inside. I don't know, this emotions actually work like this. When somebody is passed away, they will be normal only. They would have cried, all that emotions would have become normal. But when a new person enters, immediately it kindles. As soon as my aunt saw my mother, she immediately came and hugged my mother and she started crying. Yesterday only she came and she did not even live for one day in our house in this year, and she started crying. And when she started crying, my mother also became emotional. She also started crying. I thought I should not cry and I thought I'm not crying. And slowly when I see tears are rolling out and it is falling. That's how emotions simply take it off. Whether it is actually when we talk about confidence building or a self-esteem building or a self-image building experience, emotions simply get attracted. So learn the logic of celebrating everybody's success. You are sending a clear message to the world, to the universe, that I also expect that success. When you start feeling jealousy out of it, you are sending a clear message. I am not happy about your success. You are also telling Ginny, I am not happy about anybody's success. If you can be happy about anybody's happiness, then automatically more happiness will pour onto you. And you can name certain people who have enjoyed happiness and they have actually welcomed more happiness in their life. It comes. Those who have given more to the outside world, like Mother Teresa, she did not keep anything for herself. Because of her abundance giving nature, the subconscious state and the genie understood that more giving has to come, because it has been fed into subconscious state, and subconscious state will attract this. This is how the living has to go. One more simple example and then we will go into the process. It so happened, like assuming I have taken a nice class, all of you want to see me off in the aeroplane. And you come, and what do you actually wish? I say, enough of Bangalore, I want to go to Delhi and settle for my entire life. So a group of my students come and they want to see me off. Generally, what all of us will say, happy journey. But when I am going in a flight, that too for a 20 minutes, I don't need that happiness wish at all. Air hostess will anyhow keep me happy. But my happiness is required after I get down and I am living my rest of my life. So let us learn that to wish somebody anything, let it come with abundance. So your languaging, the positive words that you use should be in so much of abundance that happiness has to be something which you use every now and then. So we are a group of people, instead of wishing good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, we make it different. We say happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. It sounds good? So let us all repeat. Happy morning, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Most of the time what happens, when we just send the words, it doesn't have energy in it. In order to bring the energy, your mind, body, soul should get involved. We say it has to be a kinesthetic way of actually sending the words. Words not only just carry the meaning, it should also carry that emotions. Most of our languaging is we just throw the words onto the listener, but we will never send the emotions. Sometimes we wish good morning. Instead of that, you shouldn't have wished only. Your interpersonal skill says, if you don't want to wish, don't wish. Don't wish that way, because I don't know whether you're wishing or cursing. That's what I told. Sometimes you don't know whether you're wishing or cursing. So if you can use happiness in abundance, the vessel has to carry the emotions. For the emotions to be carried, physical body involvement will have to happen. That's the reason we say exercise only gives exercise to the body. There is no feeling of it at all. But when you do yoga, it is a togetherness of mind and body. When mind and body comes as togetherness, you will get maximum effect. That's the reason we say yoga can give you better health than normal exercises. And with the breathing techniques, with the right kind of emotion set. So we will use little bit of kinesthetic body actions, because any song, when it is done with proper movements, it looks nice. Okay, all of you, when I say happy morning, we will take it to the forehead level. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. All of you do. Free your hands. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Again, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. It's not coming out.
Happy morning, happy afternoon,
happy evening, happy night. Rhythmically, look at my lungs. Look at my facial expression, look at my smile, look at my energy, and look at your energy. It has to be a beating energy better than me. So with a loud voice, with a strong voice, and with the voice which is not connected to the kidney, it should be connected to the heart. Most of your languaging will always be connected to kidneys. So, good morning, good afternoon, have you come? Come, sit. When are you going? The person who has come, he would like to run away from that place. That is the energy you send, but your words are so positive, and your energy that is being sent will become so negative, because words are not mere words. It's a container carrying emotions. It has to be filled with emotions. So with a smile in the face, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Morning at the forehead level, afternoon at the chest level, at the abdomen level will be evening, and below your waist will be your night. Okay, ready, steady, go. Louder. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Again, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Again, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Why only morning, afternoon, evening, night? All the week we should be happy.
Yes.
So everybody, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday. With me, all of you know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, na? Oh, we will say. Ready, steady, go. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Just to be rhythmic, because we want Monday to be more happier, followed by all the days. Sunday naturally will be happy. So let us do it little rhythmically. If this is the way you are standing, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days here. Thursday will come straight. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in a clockwise direction. Okay. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday. Thursday is straight. Happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. I am not touching here. From this place, V shape. When you are communicating, your V is very important when you are addressing people. They should come within that V so that your energy can be passed on to them. One of the interpersonal skills is communication skills. And in that communication skills, non-verbal communication skills is very important. That is what will hold the attention of the audience. That will what will hold the attention of your colleagues. That will what will hold the attention of your subordinates. That will what will hold the attention of the players whom you are coaching. So you need to actually put energy into them. It's not just putting mere words onto them. So proper body language, proper dramatization, proper voice modulation, proper eye contact within the V radius, and then when you deliver, miracles happen. So again, ready, steady, go. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. One more time. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Monday to Sunday ho gaya. Now, why only Monday to Sunday? All the months we should be happy?
Yes.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Can we had happiness there? Few of you will not had happiness there. January, February, March, April you will forget, May, June. So assuming you will not forget. Ready, steady, go. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Now we will do it rhythmically. Okay, happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, on the chest level, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August. Just like morning, afternoon, evening, night. At the waist level, September, October, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Okay, we will stand and do because we will get that energy and that sleeping mode will just go away. Okay, ready, steady, go. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August. Bend a little. Happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Now we have seasons. All the seasons we should be happy. We go for desert only to enjoy the summer, but when the same summer hits you in your own place, you will start thinking, why summer? You go to rainy places in order to enjoy that rainy days, but when the same rain comes here, you start asking, why is it raining today? You should enjoy all the seasons. We will take up 4 seasons. Okay, summer, winter, rainy, spring. Okay, so we will put it in the first line only. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Again, happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Now on conclusion. After everything is made, I love to conclude with a statement. All of you hold your hands like this. Your index finger and your thumb holding like this. Irrespective of, repeat after me. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation it is, my happiness will always remain constant. My confidence will always be very high. We will do that. Everything in one go we will do. Ready? From morning, afternoon, evening, night. Then comes Sunday, Monday night, Monday, Tuesday to Sunday, then January to December, then for 4 summers, then irrespective of, in spite of whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to remain constant. My confidence is always going to be very high. Okay, ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday, happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August. Bend. Happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December, happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hands like this. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, whatever the situation it is, my happiness will remain constant. My confidence will always be very high. Beautiful. Now, 4 at a time you will come and we will do it here. 2 year, 2 year. Sir, one of you see all the videos are coming. One of you can click the photos. Come, sir. Sir, all 4 of you, come, sir. And please check whether happiness is coming from the kidney or from the heart. Come, sir. Sir, one of you check this. Ashbeda, sir, Ashbeda. Bartidiya. Alla, avuru bartare. Bani, sir. We will burn it. 4 of us. Come, sir. You join us, sir. Please come. Alla, avru amel bartare. Sir, you burn it. 4 of us. If one of you can jump there, you can turn the video camera. Yes.
Full birthday.
Join, sir. Join. Okay. Ready? Steady? Go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Again, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday. Sir, clockwise from this way to this. Okay, we'll again start. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, down, happy night. Again, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, this side. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, September, happy November, happy December, happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hands like this. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation it is, whoever my wife is, my happiness will always remain constant. My confidence will always be very high. Thank you very much. The next four of you come, sir. Please come. Four, sir. You also come, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should go home and do this. And after this moment, there shouldn't be any moment where happiness should be remembered. People should say, hey, that happy boy aa gaya. The moment you enter your office, whatever your name is, hey, happy Malik sir has come. If they can utter that, that means you are transformed. If they cannot utter that, that means you have not transformed. So from now on, the moment you go out, while you are having lunch, happy lunch. While you are having your potty, happy potty. While you are taking bath, happy pot. Means happy bath. Irrespective of, in spite of whatever the situation, can I keep that happiness as constant?
But during that moment, the past and future, how we will avoid?
No, because if I am uttering happiness now, see right now, when I say happiness, my focus is now here. Most of the time, we don't live in the moment. We always think about the past and we will expect, I think after this class we will have fun. Let the tea come, biscuit will come, we will have fun. So it has become like that. Even with our kids also. He's in +1, let him go to +2, you will realize what hardworking is, what pain is. You tend to say that. But right now he is there now. Can you do something about it? That is what living in the present is. So it's not about only happiness. Right now when the opportunity is knocking, you should grab. When the opportunity is knocking, you don't raise your hand and say, I want to be a part of insert 1, insert 2, insert 3, whatever. I want to be a part of 2020 World Cup captainship. Yes, that is why when opportunities come, you will have to, you will always think maybe next year I will see. And then when that next year comes, last year I had got an opportunity, I should have really taken it. I did not take it. It should not happen. So most of our experience and opportunities, when it comes, when we need to grab, we will never live in this moment and use that opportunity. Always cribbing about the past, always pushing good things to the future. Happiness is something, enjoy now. Opportunity is coming right now, you take up the opportunity. Instead,
Going to marriage and wishing happy marriage life.
That's also big. Yeah. So that happiness has to be constant every time. And you should tell them, let there be happiness in your quarrel also. Because you cannot avoid quarrel. Misunderstanding will always be there. But can you create happiness in that misunderstanding also? Enjoy it. That perspective of actually enjoying it. There is a way when, if you can Google and if you can find out, oh, that was one thing that I told sir. That system is, though it has come from the other place, we as Indians, we have been following it. Our entire Japam is always about that. When I need to go and meet a person, I can use that Japam technology or self-pepping technology or communicating with the universe technology or communicating with the God technology and create an ambience so that when you go there, whatever you are expecting to happen, it should smoothly get over. It will automatically happen. It is there in our pujas, it is there in our yagnas, it is there. So we are been doing it, but we are not aware, that's all. That's the reason they say it 101 times, they say it 1001 times, they say it 10,001 times, and it will definitely hit the vibration will definitely touch the person. Just like a signal is weak here, and when I utter it multiple times, signals will increase. When I rub my and little, friction is created little energy. When I consistently keep rubbing for 1 hour, you don't know the kind of energy what it generates, you cannot feel it. You will stop after half an hour only because it would have generated so much of heat. So that way it is always normal, you will have to practice. So come close by, are we in the frame? Yes sir, ready?
Yes.
Steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Let's take some photos. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, bend, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. And it's like, no, summer, winter. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Happy is there. Hands like this, irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation it is, my happiness will always remain constant. My confidence will always be very high.
Very high.
The next four of you comes up, please, quick. I think by that time,
Sir, you are talking about this opportunity. How to identify it's an opportunity?
Sir, you will have to make an attempt. See, the door is knocked. I don't know whether somebody has knocked it or not. But every time if I feel somebody has knocked, I'll go and open. That's how I'm going to wait for that opportunity. In a test match, a slip will be next to the wicketkeeper and he should always be alert. He doesn't know, and maybe for the entire test match, one ball also will not come. So he cannot relax. He has to be there waiting for the ball. Your energy should be so high that you should show an intuition the ball will come here and you should be able to catch. You should wait. That patience waiting itself is what you will have to do. Actually, Gandhiji's patient waiting only was his job. He did not actually give us freedom. Practically what did he do? He held on to that thought process, I want to get with ahimsa and I will chase the Britishers away. 1 year passed, 2 years passed, 5 years passed, 10 years passed, 20 years passed. After 25 years of what he took a goal or a dream ignition there, it finally came to life. So you will have to keep on trying till the nth vada is reached. But we cannot express stupidity. Stupidity in the sense sitting under a mango tree and expecting apples to fall. You should go to the right place and try few opportunities. Take few baby steps. Actually, when we talk about materializing any of the goal or bringing your dream to reality, what the world says, you need not move mountains. Mountains itself will get moved. Can you move the stones which you can? मुझे इस जगह को clean करना है. I cannot lift big bulldozers, big. At least few small things, if you remove 2-3 rocks will be there. Somebody will come and they will say, everything is looking neat, only those 2-3 rocks should be remained. A crane will come, he will pick up the rocks and he will go. But if this also wasn't clean, that person wouldn't have initiated to think of, let me pick up that rocks. So always remember, when you want to materialize your goal, you will have to only take few baby steps in the direction where you are going. You cannot catch a bus which is going in opposite direction and expect मुझे कश्मीर जाना है, लेकिन बस तो जा रहा है कन्याकुमारी. That stupidity we cannot do. That means sitting under an apple tree and expecting mangoes. If your goal is I want to be a CEO of this company, at least in that building your entry should happen. Somewhere in that building you should start working, entry level. Next, on a daily basis, if not, at least on a weekly basis, you should go and understand his work duties. Iska to-do list. Somehow you will have to catch hold of the to-do list and you will have to start understanding that. So these are all something which you are trying to take your closest step towards occupying that chair. No, भाई दूर से buildings के बाहर से मुझे CEO बनना है, नहीं होगा. At least get into the building. Get into one particular place. Don't become stagnant in one place. Anything that is stagnant in one place stains. Even a water, mineral water, when you put it into an open space, it stinks. You will have to keep shifting, making the right choices. Sometimes it will take a lot of time to see whether you are in progress also. But the moment the progress starts, it happens logarithmically and very fast. For that we use these examples of Chinese bamboo tree. All of you can go through this in Google. Chinese grow one particular kind of a bamboo tree where the seed is put deep 6 feet inside the ground. Why it is? Because when we look at these bamboos, the roots have to be deep rooted. If it is shallow rooted, everything will fall down. So they put it so deep, and they will never have any vision that something is going to come. When you look at the entire land, every day watering has happened, every day a little bit of surface flowing has happened, every day manure has happened. For first week nothing is visible, second week nothing is visible, third week nothing is visible, fourth week nothing is visible. Even after 30 days nothing will be visible. On the 31st day, when you start digging a little bit, you will see a small sprout is visible in all the places. But from there, within next 1 week, you will see a 6 feet bamboo tree. In next 1 week, the 6 feet becomes 12 feet, 12 feet becomes 24 feet, and then you will be surprised that whatever time it took for it to actually sprout out, if it was 1 month, within 25% of that sprouting, you can see a big, large bamboo staying there. So that is how our goal, sometimes manifestation happens. You will never be able to see anything about sprouting at all. But you will have to believe so. You will have to send the right kind of vibes, right kind of informations into it, and take care of it by arranging the things so that when it sprouts, you have a place and designed for it. So that way, when it is done, it happens. Okay, ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, happy Thursday. Thursday straight, Thursday straight, Thursday straight. We'll again come. Where is your straight? Straight is this. Okay, ready, steady, go. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April. So you're throwing it like this. A little bit, just like Pushpa. Okay. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August. Bend a little. Happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hands like this. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation it is, my happiness will always remain constant. My confidence will always be very high. Thank you very much. Yeah, the next four of you come, sir. 4, 5, 6, also 6 of you, sir. Yeah, you're on. Ready? Guys, is the camera catching us? I'll be sharing this video link. So sometimes you don't need motivation, but sometimes what happens, you need an external push. I'll share this link. You can always recollect. Okay? Ready? Steady? Go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation it is, my happiness will always remain constant. My confidence will always be very high. Thank you. I'll see how responsive you will be. Whatever I say, you will have to consistently repeat. And always remember, in the practice, you should always practice with an higher tone. In the practice, when Olympiad, all the medal winners were called and they were asked, how was your feeling? Were you actually having fear while doing your final play? They told no, because the practice was much more difficult. And the practice had all this environment and better environment also. They had given the worst environment also, they had given the most better environment also. So we had all the kinds of practice. Right now, if you can take it into your head, come what may, the moment from now onwards, there would never be any good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night from me. It will always be happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night from me. The moment after this, you will have to give a call to your wife and say, happy afternoon dear, what are you doing? It makes a lot of difference. The moment we say happy, there will be a surprise in their face and you can see a smile just pops up. Can I forcibly create this happiness in abundance? And for everything what we do, can I add up this happiness? We are going out for lunch, come on here, happy lunch here, happy dinner, happy movie. So like that, for every occasion, if I can add up this happiness, I am forcibly trying to push this happiness. It directly or indirectly gives you a message, irrespective of, in spite of whatever the situation it is, let me keep my happiness constant. Maybe you will feel bad about others' promotion, but after you have been consistently following this, the amount or the magnitude of that will automatically come down. And when you forcibly keep on pushing this positive thoughts through your conscious mind to the subconscious state, slowly subconscious state becomes so powerful that it will naturally start spreading happiness. Even by the smile what we give, you can see a glow in your face. Beautiful example could be Mother Teresa. You could never imagine any of her clicks where she would have had a frozen face, where she would have had a face with sadness. Not at all. Even in her old age, you feel like that Mother Teresa's old aged photos is more catchy, it's more attractive, is more of positive vibes, it's more of happiness you will start feeling. Holding a child, when it is your own child, you feel comfortable, you hold it, you cuddle it, it is nice. But when you actually see a child who is little dirty, she has mud all over, she has shit smears all over, she is actually having leprosy, we and you and me will hesitate to go even close by. Mother Teresa was not so. She used to go, she used to take a cuddle her. It is highly impossible to even think of it. She had that abundance happiness, abundance love. That happiness was filled with so much of pure love. Anybody who went into our, what we call it as a comfort zone, they felt so purified and they used to come out. So that was the very reason why she could actually build such a big network of hospitals which was spread all across the world, and she was managing it all alone. And people used to work for her like they are working for their own hospitals. That is the kind of way they used to serve the people. The nurses who used to work there, the kind of, I don't know, maybe such personality development classes or were given to them, that they used to serve the patients thinking them that is the most nobler cause for which they were born, and that is their ultimate goal of life. That is how some of the nurses who are working in those hospitals still now serve. So this was brought up by her. So that abundance, happiness giving has to be your attitude. So you meet your boss, happy morning sir. You meet your subordinates, happy morning Ramesh, how do you do Ramesh? How are your kids Ramesh? Happy exams for your son, I think he's having an exams from the coming days. So like that, can you add up happiness as a constant for every word? If anybody is living happy journey here, that's also fine. After happy journey, you will have to stay there also, have a happy night. So happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night, it has to come consistently. It has to be used without ever hesitating even a bit. It doesn't come spontaneously. You will have to practice. Maybe today, tomorrow, then afterwards it gets diluted. You will have to push yourself and then you will have to practice, then it will happen. So the first and the foremost interpersonal skills is, I know the goal of all goal is happiness. Can I spread happiness in abundance irrespective of whom I am meeting or whoever is under the influence of me, in the circle of influence of me, or whoever is in the closed verticals of me. If I can spread that happiness, that is the best interpersonal skills you can handle. You get into a problematic area. You get into a problematic area with a frozen force, with an unhappiness, with an hatred, with a jealousy, no problem will get solved. You enter into the premises with happiness. Happy morning guys, I know there's a problem. Let us see how we can solve the problem. With that enthusiasm when you go, automatically the problem gets solved. And most of your past problem also, you also know. You did not go there and you did not do a miracle to solve. Miracle happened. You happened to be in that place, so the credit went to you. That's all. And nothing in life happens out of coincidence. Everything is incidental. Even today's class was incidental, this group was incidental, all of you coming together was incidental. I was also one of the element which was introduced incidentally. Maybe it is not all the points, 1 or 2 points would have gone deep into your subconscious state and it would have shaken you from the core. And that thought process you would have released. Why don't I sit on that chair, which I always wanted to? Why don't I deserve that I should sit on the chair? And let me write that introspection right now, and on an everyday basis I will have my book, which I call it as a vision board and a vision book. In that vision book of 200 pages, every day I shall write at least 9 times until and unless I reach that the destination. Let it be 10 books, let it be 100 books, I'll keep on writing. You are making an hard copy of your statement and you are submitting it to God. There is no way, if God has to consider, first hard copy will be considered and then the other copies will be considered. So let us keep working towards it. So today the topic was interpersonal skills. One of the best interpersonal skills that you could actually do is create an happiness for each other and create that happiness forever for yourself and for your whoever is the close ones. So that is one of the important skill set that you need to learn. Now, into today's objective, I am going to discuss about interpersonal skills. What is interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills is also called as people skills. Interpersonal skills is also called as soft skills. Interpersonal skills is also a combination of soft and hard skills. So interpersonal skills also has excellent communication skills. We will try and understand what is interpersonal skills, what are the components of interpersonal skills, and how to improve my interpersonal skills. Again, when I know what are interpersonal skills, in all those verticals of interpersonal skills, you should do a critics to yourself and you should start rating from 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. Every verticals. You cannot be 10 out of 10 in all the verticals. If it was yes, you would have been somewhere else. If it was that, you would have started as a prime minister. You wouldn't have started as a chaiwala. Everything starts with 0 only. From that 0, every of these interpersonal skills, can I push it to 9 or 10, push it to at least 8, push it to at least 7, push it to at least 6. That has to be our objective. So how do I improve my personal skills? So we will look into these aspects. Generally speaking, when we say interpersonal skills, it is a skill set that is required to communicate along each other. This is in simple terminologies. Interpersonal skills are those essential skills involved in dealing with and relating to each other's people, largely on a one-to-one basis, or it can be on a one-to-many basis also. I am a director of this company. My interpersonal skills has to be to the core. Only then I would be eligible to occupy that particular chair. I am an horrible communicator. At no point of time I would have come to the lower chairs at least. Forget about coming to the chairman's chair. So, interpersonal skills are the essential required skills for every one of us, which can actually help us climb the ladder of promotions, climb the ladder of success quite faster. If any of these interpersonal skills is not there, then it always is going to be an hindrance. But every of these interpersonal skills have to be there, it's not mandatory. So when we talk about interpersonal skills, we also make this statement, it is not important, means it is not important what all you don't have in life. What is important is what can you do with whatever you have in life. One simple example, this man, when we looked up to, there was no color, there was no beauty, there was no structure of his body also. 9 packs you cannot imagine him having. He had a very big head, very small eyes. His color was so dark that nobody even could imagine him as a side actor. Forget about actually considering him as a hero. That was never thought of. But this man had one skill set which nobody else had, his style. He continued to work on this one skill set. When I say interpersonal skills, even style is a statement you actually do, and this style became his statement of how he addressed people, and over a period of time this style took over the front stage and the other things took over the backstage. But he worked on various skill set which he could change. But he also knew using any kind of a fair and lovely or a lactocalamine or any kind of a cream, my dark color cannot be changed to light color. But me becoming a superstar Rajinikanth, nobody could stop. And that was superstar Rajinikanth. A man was denied any kind of a acting chance, even for a second or a minute in a movie, becomes a superstar, a highest paid actor of Asia. So that was only possible because he worked on the interpersonal skills of whatever he did not have. And something which he could not change, he did not bother at all. He made up his other skill set so high so that that one hindrance took the backbench. His color took the backbench. His physique took the backbench. And his style and his way of delivering the dialogues, okay, and the way of putting out emotions, he was really one of the best. There is no doubt at all. Like that, we will try and understand how do you work on interpersonal skills. In general, what is interpersonal skills? It's an ability to communicate. It's all about communication. How I transfer the information onto my colleagues, information onto my audience, information onto my sepoys who I will have to go on to actually fight a war with two verticals, life or death. So the motivation is very, very important. So the ability to communicate and interact with each other, that is called as interpersonal skills. What is that is required for an interpersonal skills when we say? And what are the other names given to interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills, sometimes we refer it as social skills. How do we socialize with people? How do we socialize with our subordinates? How do we socialize with our colleagues? How do we socialize with our superiors? How do we socialize with our inferiors? All these socializing skills, people skills. When people come together, how do you communicate? How do you correspondence? All these are also called as people skills. And emotional skills. You should understand, because to motivate an army man to fight against any bullet that could have his name written, and choosing an option of either life or death, any second it is life or death kind of a situation, look how emotionally you will have to speak, how hypnotizingly you will have to speak to make them get into that place and start going ahead, knowing that anything can happen to them and they will never be able to see their loved ones. That is called as emotional skills. Using those emotional communication skills, you will have to communicate those emotions and make them believe our purpose is to give life to the Mother India. With that concept, they go and they fight. So it has been happening from the past, it will continue to happen. Then life skill set and soft skills. That is all comes through your interpersonal skills. A good interpersonal skills, one of the main interpersonal skills is how you communicate, verbal and non-verbal. Verbal means where I use words to communicate. Non-verbal is my eye contact, my body language, my hand gestures, my movements on the dais, my examples or my dramatization, how I put it across. All these comes as a non-verbal communication. So all these are essential to become successful in life. So what are the range of interpersonal skills? When I say I should have all these interpersonal skills, what are those ranges? We will start seeing one by one immediately after the tea break. Just pause it. Anyway, those who are joining can join us. I want all of you who have come here, what is active listening skills? Other than this, there are also a lot of other interpersonal skills. One of the main interpersonal skills is public speaking skills. Like what I do, if all of you can develop a little better or much better public speaking skills, addressing skills, or seminar handling skills, or group discussion skills, like in a group addressing skills, this has to be developed by practice only. So that is one of the skills. You can call it as public speaking skills, you can call it as presentation skills. You have a product, you have a project, or you have a situation, or you have a problem. How do you present the problem to the audience in a manner they can understand it without any confusion, without any misunderstanding? That is also an amazing interpersonal skills. A director who becomes the senior most director of a company, he would be chosen to become the director because of this presentation skills. Any kind of a project can be explained by him in a manner that it looks very simple to be executed. Okay, and the precautions that has to be taken, he will explain it in a manner there is completely no misunderstandings at all. So that skill set is also important. Now, active listening skills, anybody would like to throw importance on what is active listening skills? Anybody will try to make it interactive. See, most of the time we say
we have to listen completely what
more than listening also, we also say, can you try and read between the lines? That means certain words are not even spoken, but you can send that emotions and the listener can easily catch it up. So being an active listener is very, very important, because in most of the time, even as an husband, if you have played your role as a good husband, who is a good husband? There are three kinds of husband: good husband, very good husband, God husband. Who is a good? Okay, God husband. Who is a good husband? There is a problem and there is a tussle, and he knows it is his mistake. So he naturally admits it with his wife, saying, "Amma, I'm very sorry. I know it is my mistake. It happened by mistake. It shall not be repeated." He is called as a good husband. Very good husband, he doesn't know whether it is his mistake or our mistake. In the team, I don't know whether it is my mistake or the team's mistake. But still, it's okay to tell, I don't know whose mistake it is, but I definitely know that it has to be a mistake from me only. I am very, very sorry. Take it. When there is a success, give it to the credit to the team. When there is a failure, you take the credit and you express that ownerism, and that is one of the greatest leadership skills that you could exhibit. Once Abdul Kalam sir also did it in one of the project when it actually failed. It was so that is one of the skill sets. That is the reason they are in that position. Most of the bad MDs, they play a different role. When it fails, they'll put it onto the team. When it becomes a success, they want to take all the credit, they come forward. That should not happen. So here, good husband, very good husband, okay. Now, who is God husband? He knows it is the mistake of his wife only. But still he says, no ma, mera mistake hai. I am sorry. It can solve 99% Allah, 100% of all your problems and misunderstandings. A good leader is the one, it's okay, you take it on your head. Next time they will be ready to take bigger risks. Uri surgical strike was not an easy decision. Confidence had to be to the peak. Because any wrong happened, the leader had to take it on his head. He was so confident that he told it very boldly that कुछ भी हो जाए मैं उसका जिम्मेदार लेता हूँ, आप आगे बढ़ो. That confidence was required. And it has to come from a leader. And he has to read between. A good listening skills is so much required that the army men kept on telling, it's not easy with the kind of weapons what you have given. It's not easy with the rules that you have defined to stand there and guard our country, which is our moral responsibility. Not knowing which bullet is going to hit us, we still stand there, and sometimes when the bullet hits us, we die, and our own colleagues who look up to us, they will ask, साहब जी उधर से गोली चल रहा है, क्या हमें गोली चलाना है? He's asking his senior, and वो senior बोलता है नहीं रुको 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 रुको, इंटरनेशनल प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. चाइना से गोली चल रहा है, लेकिन फिर भी साहब जी हम वापस चलाएं? नो 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 रुको 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 रुको. This was told and it fell into deaf ears. Why? They were not actively listening. Sometimes we listen according to what we want. We listen to our convenience. We don't listen to the other's convenience. And he used to ask the major, sir, उधर से गोलियां निकल रहा है, 3 आदमी को गोली लग गया, क्या हम लोग वापस रिटेलिएट कर सकते हैं? नो 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 रुको, मैं जनरल से पूछता हूँ. जनरल सीनियर जनरल से पूछेगा, वो डिफेंस मिनिस्टर से पूछेगा, वो डिफेंस मिनिस्टर बोलेगा रुको 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 मैं एक बार प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब से बात करता हूँ. एंड प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब आएंगे और बोलेंगे नो 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 इंटरनेशनल न्यूज हो जाएगा, वी डोंट वांट सैंक्शंस राइट नाउ, यू डोंट रिटेलिएट. साहब जी 10 लोग मर गए. But today there is a leadership skills who is an active listener. It is not that it has not been listened. Everybody kept on telling it should be done, it should be done, it should be done. And he comes there and says, अगर आपको लगता है उधर से गोलियां निकलेगा तो सोचो मत, पहले गोली चलाओ, उस गोली का हिसाब नहीं मांगेंगे, बाद में आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो. This was the leadership skills that was required. One or two such examples. See, even collecting funds and building up something was not an easy task. Even for when we talk about Dr. Manmohan Singh, our economy had to be improved, so foreign investments had to be brought. So when he took up this stand, it was not an easy stand. Everybody knew that this could actually bring a difference, but one man dared to do that, and that was Manmohan Singh. And today, if the economy is somewhere in a stable condition, yes, Manmohan Singh's decision then was also very much important. Demonetization was required. It is being told by experts. Even Manmohan Singh himself told during the rule that we will have to change the currencies because currencies misuse ho sakta hai. Currencies can get accumulated in one place as black money. So regular changing of this currency when it is done, accumulation of black money, duplications of the money in the foreign countries and using it for the devastating purpose will automatically can be avoided. Can we do the demonetization every now and then, which all the countries are doing? But Manmohan Singh could not take up the decision because his own team did not support and his senior member who actually made him the prime minister did not support. But one man, when he becomes a prime minister, he says, chalo karo, I know it will bring difficulty to few people, but for the betterment of the larger, it's okay. Let us sacrifice this few. We will try to manage. And that man took a decision. Like that, active listening is where you will get involved and you will start taking decisions. It is not that it is not being told, it is being consistently told. But one man listens and he wants to take a call, that active listening skills has to be given importance. A project has to be executed, some urgence is there. Right kind of weapons are not there, right kind of bulletproof jackets are not there, bulletproof helmets are not there. Yes, they kept on telling. But listening skills, when will it come? When you actively want to listen in order to help them. That is called as active listening skills. In order to become the director, you need to be an active listener. Make everybody feel they are important and be an active listener. Teamwork. Always remember, you cannot be a one-man army. Even in IT companies, when people want to recruit you, if you are too technically sound and if you don't have that gel well capabilities in you, that you cannot gel with a team, then you become a useless product there. So every success of any project is always going to be a teamwork. So you should have that team building capabilities, you should have that capabilities to work in a team, you should have that capabilities of working together, dividing the work and working together. That is called as teamwork capabilities. That should be there in you. Yes, responsibilities taking. This is also one of the very important interpersonal skills. When small responsibilities are assigned to you, when you take that responsibility and you execute it superbly and you bring phenomenal good results, automatically a better opportunity will come. 2020 World Cup captain, it came. It was not his choice because there was no other person ready. It came as an opportunity to him. He took that opportunity and he executed that responsibility so nice, and results also came positive. So there was no looking back. Automatically higher responsibilities was given. Now each and every one of you, when you were given a responsibility, did you take up that responsibility and do it up to the mark? This is also one of the skill sets. Every time a responsibility is given, people should start trusting you. इसे assign दे दिया ना, हो जाएगा काम, अब चिंता मत करो. ये रवि को दिया है, नहीं होगा, देखो दो तीन दिन वो इधर उधर पोस्टपोन करता जाएगा. At least 1 week delay तो उसमें 100% sure है. That is not being responsible. Responsible means when I commit, I am going to complete this project on or before this day, try to complete it 1 day before that and then give. That is taking responsibility and executing. Taking responsibility also means in a team, if I am a team leader, a small team leader, one of my team members, yes, his mother has been hospitalized. I cannot drag him to the work right at that moment also, because it is the very important moment of his life. He has to be allowed to go. So, being empathy towards the team members and allowing him to go and taking his responsibility also on your head and distributing that responsibility among all the team members and seeing that the job is executed is called as good responsibility holder. So that is taking up responsibility. Yes, can people depend on you? Are you a dependable person? Because when projects are assigned, it is not a one-time assignment and one-time completion. Over a period of months and weeks and sometimes 2-3 years, a consistent dedication has to be given to see to it that the project gets completed. It is not a 2 days dedication and the project gets over. So, in that case, can you be a dependable person? So, the dependability status quo has to be there in you. You should be a dependable person. Can I assign this project to Ramesh? Yes, definitely. Ramesh has taken earlier projects also. By hook or crook, he has seen to it the projects are executed. He is responsible, he is dependable. And responsible and dependable also comes with when you come with solutions, not with a problem. As a senior manager, I assign you some project and you go out and you come with more problems. Sir, वो ऐसा हो रहा है, उसको लिए क्या करना, ये ऐसा हो रहा है, ये is not a dependable यार, वो फिर से problem हमारे ऊपर ही ठोकेगा. I have given him the work, he will give more work to me. ऐसा वाला नहीं चाहिए. I want somebody who can wholesome take the responsibility, execute and complete it off. I don't want him to bring the problems again back to me. That is not being completely responsible. That is not being completely dependable. Yes, because your confidence is low, a chairman can actually be empathetic towards you and say, you take up the project, you can always come back to me if you find there is an hurdle or if you find there is a tough decision to take a choice between two, you come back to me. That is, when you go with a problem and also with two solutions, where you want his help to decide which solution is better. सर इस सिचुएशन पे ऐसा हो रहा है, सॉफ्ट लैंडिंग में ये बेटर है या ये बेटर है, यू कम फॉर दैट सजेशंस. That means responsible and dependability. Next is leadership skills. You should always be me first. A leader is not the one who will follow a junk and ask them to work and you be at the back and you relax. No, a leader is the one who will actually lead them from the front. You will have to lead them from the front. Alexander did not say, you go and fight, I will watch from the back. No, he was leading the army and he went on capturing half of the world. Yes, definitely yes. A leader is the one who takes that leadership skills and who leads from the forward. So, you should be the person who walks the talk. It should not be only baate karna, kaam karna bhi. Guys, all of us from now will have to work 18 hours and definitely the chairman would be working for 20 hours. And that only can motivate others, because people follow more what they see than what they hear, because visual actually impact on us is very low. Sorry, audio impact is very low, but visual impact is very high. I cannot hold a cigar and then try to speak to you and tell smoking is very bad, stop smoking, it doesn't work. Because people get influenced than what they see, then what they follow. Let us do a little exercise, because after chai we have stopped. All of you stretch your hands. Let us see your visual is better or audio is better. Okay. All of you know 1, 2, 3, 4. For every count of means multiply of 3, you will have to clap. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What did I say? For every multiples of 3, you will have to clap. Is that clear? Okay. You should not bend. All of you keep your hands straight. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
नहीं मैं 3 में ही कर रहा हूँ.
3 में ही कर रहे हो. So कुछ लोग 3 में कर रहे, कुछ लोग मेरे साथ clap कर रहे. Because audio is less influential and video is more influential. People learn more what they see than what they hear. So you will have to walk the talk. That leadership skills has to be shown. So you should be better than any of them. Then only you can become a leader. Hey, nobody should get out less than 25 runs and you go and be out for 0. What leadership skills you will show? You will have to be a better performer, irrespective of. Maybe 1 or 2 excuses can be taken. You will have to be a better performer. If you are not, give up. It's not yours. Right now it is not yours. Virat Kohli had to be dropped. And even our captain had to be dropped. Why? They were not performing. A leader is the one who will have to perform and show, not in words. I have hit 50 runs, at least all of you, minimum 25 runs, you should not get out. Yes, responsibility they will take up. That is called as leadership skills. You should be a self-performer and also allow others to perform. So all this comes as a leadership skills. Even a leadership person should have all these capabilities, indirectly or directly. A leader is the one who is more dependable. A leader is the one who is more responsibility holder. A leader is the one who can build a team, who is going to be for the teamwork. He can always work with any team. You assign him any team. He is a capable leader. He can make the team perform to the core. He is called as a leader. A leader is the one who is an excellent motivator. You cannot motivate just with words. Again, I am sharing. Motivation has to happen with physical deeds. You should say, we are not going to drink, means you should not drink. You finish the class, you go and you keep having drink, and you actually try to persuade your entire colleagues drinking is bad, drinking is unhealthier. It doesn't work. So, you will have to be a leader is the one who has excellent motivational skills. You will have to motivate the people to work. Sometimes what happens, we have taken up a delivery of one particular product for a satellite only. It has to be delivered within a week's time. But actually speaking, the number of man hours required for it to be delivered requires 2 weeks. But it should be delivered in 1 week. So I can motivate. But what kind of motivation I will have to do in order to push them to bring 200% results? Yes, you will have to be a motivator. And motivation has to be materialistic also. I know we are trying to do the most difficult task. I don't know how we are going to achieve. But somehow I felt with this team strength, I can definitely promise them that we could deliver it in 1 week's time. But still I told them, let me talk to my team members and let them tell whether they think it can be possible, and then I will say yes to them. Throw the challenge onto the audience so that the audience will take the challenge, and when they accept the challenge on their own, they become more responsible and more dependable. When you push the challenge onto them, then they will not become responsible and dependable. There they will look for excuses. Again, it is a truth in a wrong place. But when they have accepted the challenge on their own, they will take the wholesome responsibility and they will execute it. I don't know what I should say. I think you are actually experienced lot. You guys will have to tell me what could be done. Throw the challenge onto the audience. One of them will raise the hand. Sir, I think it can be done. We need to increase the man hours double. I know that. We'll work on Sundays. We'll work Saturday full day. On a everyday basis, morning 2 hours extra, evening 2 hours extra if we give. That means we have taken up at least for 40% extra work, and by that we can complete it. When they have told, when it comes from them, they take the complete responsibility. If I say, how can we give 2 hours extra? How can we give 4 hours extra? All this will come. So a motivator should know how to put it across in a manner so that they take it as a challenge and then execute. It has to be their choice. And yes, he has to be flexible. A good interpersonal skills is, you should be a flexible person ready to work in any kind of a condition, irrespective of. If a time needs to be extended, you should be ready for that. If at all a new place has to be gone and then it has to be executed, you should be ready for that. All of a sudden a new team is given, you should be flexible. You cannot say, I have a cutthroat rule, if it is like this only I will execute. If there is a little difference, I will not be execute. That is not. A good interpersonal skills means flexible. So what does the rule says? It is not important what all you don't have in life. Right now, with whatever things you have, this satellite needs to be launched. Hota hai kya? Dekho. So that way, a flexibility, postponing flexibility, preponing flexibility, and yes, a lot of patience is required. One of the greatest interpersonal skills is, you want to achieve something, you don't know which is your nth vada. You will have to consistently eat until you feel that yes, it is to the brim, the petrol or a gas is to the brim, and it is no abhi fill nahi ho raha hai, abhi fill nahi ho raha hai, abhi fill nahi ho raha hai, और थोड़ा लगाओ, fill होगा, somewhere leak होता रहेगा, check करो. So like that, you should have patience. When you have patience, you will be able to identify problems, identify and give solutions. If you don't have patience, if you lose patience, problem becomes bigger. So a good interpersonal skills is, do you have patience of looking at the problem with a smile in your face? I know it's not easy. Can you look at the problem with a smile in your face, with a patient in your head, so that you automatically start seeing solutions? If you become impatient, problem actually magnifies and solutions would be impossible. So very important to have patience. And as an interpersonal skills, you should be empathetic towards everything. You cannot put that burden onto them that a 1 week project, a 15 days project should be completed in 1 week. Be empathetic. There are some impossible tasks also. It's better not to take task, or it's better to extend at least 3-4 extra days. Not to be empathetic and simply burdening onto them and making them do the impossible task. Oh, burden bhi mat karo. That is also not called as good leadership skills. So it's equally important. You should be empathetic. You should know the facts. You should know what is possible. You should know what is not possible also. What is not possible is not possible. You cannot force and then make it possible. Sitting under an apple tree and asking mangoes to fall, it is highly impossible. Even the delivery of 15 days job in actually 1 week with the same resources, with the same human resources, is going to be highly impossible. You should know, even if they work day and night, extra human resource has to be added up. So that empathy nature and patience observation has to be handled. Otherwise it doesn't work. Conflict resolution. As an interpersonal skills, there will always be difference of opinions. Even in the technical field, even in the non-technical field, there will always be the difference of opinions. So you should be able to manage this conflict. So that skill sets you should have. How do you, when there is a conflict, how do you handle that conflict? In order to overcome that conflict, what is the conflict resolution you will do? Anything. This is also a few, this is also a few. This also equally works, this also equally works. A group wants this to be used, a group wants this to be used. How will you manage this conflict resolution? Few of them want to come in the morning 4 hours extra. All of them want to come in the evening 4 hours extra. Very few want to come in the morning. What is conflict resolution? Yeah, you can go for voting. We will do like this. We will go for voting, and whichever is the first 10 human resource names comes, they will work in the morning for the first week and evening in the next week. The other team will work in the evening and morning. So like that, some kind of a conflict resolution. This is one of the interpersonal skills. You should also be ready to actually be flexible. No, I want morning only. No, I am ready to come. At least 1 week I'll manage in the morning. 1 week you give me the evening slot as promised. I am also comfortable there. So like that, a little flexibility has to be explained, and mediation skills has to be there. When there is difference of opinion from both the units, you can go from the higher self and see and give them solution. What is they are seeing under their shoes, what is these people are seeing under their shoes. There is a beautiful story of a Eden coin story where it says a group of people, they are looking at a coin and they are saying, I'm seeing the edge side of the coin, so the coin is having head. It's true, but the other person who is seeing from the other side, he says, I'm seeing a tail of this side. That is also true. But when a leader goes in an higher perspective and looks at it and also feels from his shoe what he is seeing, from his shoe what he is seeing, all three are right. So that mediation skills and conflict handling you should have. A beautiful story could be how 9 blind men defined what an elephant is. All of you know this story. One of them is holding the rope, so he says an elephant is a rope. One of them is holding a trunk, he says elephant is a trunk. One of them is holding a leg and he says elephant is a huge tree leg. So only when all these are assembled together, when all these blind men give all this and they assemble that together, then they get the picture of an elephant. So that visualization, that visionary definitely has to be the chairman. A good interpersonal skills is he has to be a visionary. He should be seeing from all the perspective. A project is given to you, a tail part is given to you, head part is given to you, ear part is given to you, trunk part is given to you, and entire back portion is handled by team A, entire the front portion is handled by team B, and when all of them completes the job, there will be a team who is kept, who will assemble all this and create an elephant out of it and then deliver. So when they need to communicate with each other, they should know the phase of their work, what each person is doing. The front portion is completely completed, the back portion will take 15 days delay. That is not assigning of the work. Then more resources has to be put there. So that way, some kind of a mediation skill sets have to be told, and decision making is very important. See, so sometimes decision making can give you time and allow you to make decision. You can take time and make decision. Some of the times the time will not wait. It has to be spontaneous. It is the last over of the World Cup semi-final. Okay, they need 15 runs. Who is going to bowl? Captain Dhoni has to decide. He has two options. One, should I give it to the experienced bowler whom the batsman has already faced and he knows how he bowls? Or should I surprise him by giving the ball to another person who has never bowled to the batsman, both of them who are actually playing right now in good form? Dhoni decides the second option. And then India wins the World Cup. So that decision making skills, that spontaneous decision making skills have to be there. Right now we thought we are going to have a free blood donation camp, and we had organized for 500 volunteers to come and give blood. But all of a sudden 1000 volunteers have turned up. Nobody is ready to wait because everybody's time is important. Maximum 1 hour, 2 hours, we will have to complete all of them and send. It is a quick decision making skills. What can be done at that moment? Can we join few more hospitals? Can we bring some free ambulances which can also act as collection points? So like that, whether it is a shortage of space, whether it is a shortage of doctors, whether it is a shortage of blood collection units, or whether it is a shortage of that preservation refrigerations which is urgently required. When the blood is collected, it has to be kept at one particular temperature. So all these quick decision making skills should be your alertness. That is also one of the interpersonal skills. Problem identification, very, very important. Most of the great interpersonal skills is they know where the problem is. They have an excellent problem identifying problem. So sometimes we say a critics is important. In a team you should have a critics who will say agar aisa ho jayega to, then we will keep a solution there. Agar aisa ho jayega to, we'll keep a solution there. Agar aisa ho jayega to. So for every aisa vaisa ho jayega, when I know, I should know for that problem what is the remedy we can have. If there is an high humidity, if there is a wind power by which it can move at a very faster phase, what if there is a change in the orbit for whatever reason, what if there is an eclipse somewhere in between, can we make sure? But some of them will not be under your control, but you know if this problem arises, it is humanly impossible to do, but we have the knowledge of that problem. We know. I have identified such problems which can be handled by us. There are some problems which are not humanly possible to handle. We know those problems. We have to try that project assuming those problems will not come. But that problem identification skill set should be there. You cannot actually come back to a conclusion we did not analyze that this problem may come across. You should have had 10 such problems which you would have thought will come, and if none of them comes, beautiful. But any of them would have come, we were ready. That means problem identification. It's an open space, it could rain, we knew. What remedy we had? Yes, we have certain arrangements so that if it rains, we can manage. That is problem identification skills. If cyclone comes, we cannot manage. That's a different story, like that. Then problem solving. You have identified the problem. Problem identification itself is not a solution. Problem has to be solved. I have identified if such identification happens, how do we solve the problem? That remedy also has to be searched. If I can give a problem solving, then fine. If I cannot, that you will have to prepare. You will have to say, for this problem there is no solution. For this problem we have this kind of a solution. So all of us are ready. That problem comes, we will give the solution. When that problem doesn't come, we say, for this we don't have a solution. done. So, but that is also one of the interpersonal skills. Group processes means whenever we execute a project, how to assign the project, divide the project into multiple wings, give individual responsibilities to everybody, and identify the process. Today we have a lot of technical stuff, softwares which will help us to manage the human resource in a manner, manage the process of the human resource in a manner, so that no human resource is wasted anywhere. So that is called as group processes. When I am using a group, everybody's responsibility is nobody's responsibility. So at that same time, any one person's responsibility is his responsibility alone. But his absence, somebody can take over the responsibility. Like that, some do's and don'ts can be created. That group processes idea you should have. Negotiation skills, very important. For some reason, 1 hour extra is required for today. I should be good in negotiating and asking them to work extra hours. I cannot dump that extra hours onto them. I should know how to negotiate. Today the office is asking for a little bit more favor from each and every one of you. I don't think so anybody would hesitate to do it, because I have decided I am going to stay back till 6. A few of you will have to stay back till 5. I don't want to put it on to you as an order. Anybody who wants to volunteer, please, then automatically hands will raise. You should have that negotiation skills. So those who extend 1 hour here, this Saturday we will allow you to log off 1 hour early. Somewhere thoda negotiation ho gaya, give and take. So negotiation skills. Persuasion skills. That means trying to persuade somebody you can do it. Motivation is also called as persuasion skills. Sometimes motivation is required. They have a problem, they are trying to give a solution, giving a solution. Sometimes it doesn't happen. We told always we may not see results positive. At that time, you should have that persuasion skills, you should have that patience to wait for it to come. And if your team members get demotivated, you should be able to push them to get motivated. There is no other go. You will have to push, you will have to embed, you will have to give them some examples, motivate them. Earlier also we have failed, we will not fail again. Every day is not going to be failure. We have experienced night, we will experience day. Yes, some kind of a persuasion is required. And emotional intelligence is very important. You should understand the emotions and then start giving them the jobs. The person is afraid of snake and you tell him you take care of snakes. How will it work? So understand what works best for him. He is emotionally strong, you put him there. He is very good in handling missions, you put him there. He is very good in handling people, you put him there. He is very good in this. What emotions your mind and your body gets aligned to, that kind of a job has to be given. A person who is afraid of blood, he can never think of I am going to do MBBS and I am going to be a surgeon. Definitely not. He gives up. Yes, Dr. Manmohan Singh, his interest towards finance was so much that he gave up the what is called as MBBS. Why? Because he was emotionally completely attached towards this, and his emotional intelligence was inclined to that for finance. So what your emotion is totally attached to, that is the job you will have to do. There is something called as emotional intelligence. We talk about multiple such emotional intelligence. So what your emotions are stronger, that vertical of jobs when you choose, you can give far more better results than taking up those emotions which doesn't work for you. I am a very passive person. I can become a spiritual guru. I cannot become an army man or a navy officer. Definitely not. But the same navy officer cannot become a spiritual person like anybody else, because his emotional intelligence is completely different and your emotional intelligence is completely different. You can improve this emotional intelligence also. When we talk about SWOT analysis, trying to work on your strengths, like asking yourself what are your strengths in all this, you will have to grade between 1 to 10. Am I good in this? 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 Where do I stand from 1 to 10? If it is 5, can I improve it to 8? If it is 2, instead of this, can I work on other skill sets and make it better? You can add up public speaking skills also, communication skills also. All these are also equally important that way. Range of interpersonal skills, again, one more slide where it talks more about communication. Verbal communication, words that you use to communicate, non-verbal communication, body language, eye contact, the way your gestures are done, the way examples are used, the way the entire stage is being used, the props are used, all this non-verbal. negotiation skills, persuasion skills, how do you influence people, critical thinking in the last moment, how do you take decisions, problem solving skills, decision making skills, having an assertiveness, even intuition skills is also important. Most of the best detective is not the detective who goes by rule book. Most of the best detectives are detectives who go by intuition. They have an intuition that this person would have done the murder, I am 100% sure, and they will start reverse hierarchy starting from the goal. If you would have done, for what reason you would have done. That way they can attack the problem quite faster. So they will do one intuition type also, what is called as their way of finding out the truth, investigation. They also do according to the facts also. So sometimes being assertive, being intuitive is very, very important. I've seen some of the detectives, they say you go according to the facts available, you follow that also. But my intuition says this guy should be the culprit. You also think and start formulating from his perspective, if he is the culprit, why is he the culprit? And once the evidence is got, you leave the rest and you catch hold of him. But don't stop the other. So intuition is also important, assertiveness is there, also teamwork is important. So you cannot be a one-man army. So importance of interpersonal skills for you as a ISRO scientist, you can always get into better and better opportunities, you can always get into better projects, you can always get into a combined projects from various other countries, same kind of association. So there will be a lot of career growth that you could expect, provided you build up your skill set in all these areas, even on the technical side also. There is no way you can give up on the technical side, which is your main strength. Okay, other than interpersonal skills. Then working in a team, yes, all of you are leadership skills. You should be a motivator, you should be a great inspirer to others. When people look up to you, they should say, I have a colleague Ravi here, what a disciplined man. I've never seen him taking off without information. He's always on a leave but never on absent. That is one thing I like about him. He's never been late, he's always been 15 minutes early to the office. He has always completed the project much before time than any one of us. He is always dedicated to his words and he has stuck to his words. These kind of inspiration you will have to set. He has always helped people, he always helped each other, he is very empathetic towards each other. When all these qualities are bombarded onto one person, next time when they need to announce a project leader, because a project leader is retiring, whose name they will take? They will definitely take the name of this person. So you should develop these interpersonal skills and it should be made announced, because you have to actually market yourself. Just coming on time and executing jobs and keeping nobody knowing about that is foolishness. Because identification is important. If you are coming on time, people should know that you have come on time. If you have executed some projects, people should know that you have executed some projects. That doesn't mean that you keep on orchestrating that you have done this, you have done this. No, that also. People should know. You have to market yourself properly so that everybody knows what you are, even the chairman knows what you are, and then automatically opportunities will knock your door and you can accept it and keep climbing the ladder of success. Mental well-being, yeah, friendship and relationship is also important. Interpersonal skills helps you to communicate with others well. It helps you in the sales industry and it can build up the profit, but in your case, you can go for more and more higher end projects, impossible projects, and it builds a strong bonding and relationship. Mental well-being is also one of the interpersonal skills. When a man consistently keeps on failing, there is a tendency he gets into depression. All of us suffer with depression. It is not that one man can raise his hand and say, I have never actually experienced depression. You have. 1 or 2 days, you overcome that. We get into that. We get into inferiority complex. We get into superiority complex when we do something very nice. All these are common and it happens. And overall personality development, the entire interpersonal skills, when it is developed, it is like saying what a personality that the development you have made to yourself. You have become from an ordinary stone into a gem, from an ordinary stone in a shining diamond. That shiningness is your interpersonal skills, that's all. When you shine, you will be made a chairman. That doesn't mean that every person who is employed in ISRO at least do not have few qualities which can take him to the chairman. Yes, all of you will have that few qualities. But there would be some of them who have all the qualities better than the present chairman, but still they wouldn't have become the chairman. That possibilities are also there. Because if your canvassing of what your strength and weaknesses is not advertised, people will not come to know. So that also is equally important. That is what we say, building up your personality and making others know that you have built up your personality. You will have to advertise. I can service any kind of a laptop. You don't advertise and you can service any laptops, and people whoever pass by, who know you by word, they come and they submit the laptop and get the laptop done. Whose mistake it is? Your mistake. You are not promoted yourself properly. You are not advertised yourself properly. So in the workplace also, self-promotions and trying to build a value addition to yourself, to your profile, to your credential is equally important. That is also one of the interpersonal skills. ಅಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್? You were involved in 5 projects. How many of them are involved in 5 projects? Does none of your colleagues know that you were involved in 5 projects? No. You don't talk at all. How will it work? Yes, you should talk. An opportunity comes, you should talk. I've been working in ISRO from past 10 years. I've been involved in 5 such projects. I'm very happy that all my 5 projects were very, very successful. Thank you for my seniors for this wonderful opportunity. I'm looking forward for many such opportunities to come. I'm ready to dedicate every minute of mine for the sake of betterment of ISRO and betterment of projects and my involvement in all the projects. That way I'll have to promote. You'll get opportunities to speak. You should not leave that opportunity. You should do your job and finish it off. That's equally important, which you will have to do. And while you're talking, confidence has to be exhibited. It has to overflow. If somebody is taking a gold liquid, they should know that you are taking the gold liquid. You should drop that liquid everywhere. And people will pick that liquid and come, who has dropped this gold liquid everywhere? So, you should maintain eye contact. That gesture of yours, when you look into their eyes, they should feel like, this hank mein kuch dum hai. That feeling should come. When you talk, when you answer, don't stare at them, but at the same time, don't leave their eye contact. Look into their eyes and talk. It can set an impression. It comes by practice. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening comes by practice. When you practice all alone in the room multiple times. When you go out, immediately it gets vomited. Beautiful. But eye contact, if you have not practiced, it doesn't come one day. It has to be practiced with your subordinates. When you are talking, look into their eyes and talk empathetically, not staring at their eyes. You should be an active listener. You should give time for every verticals of improvement, for every colleagues of yours, for your superiors, for your juniors. Time has to be given, because the time that you spend there brings an energy to you. No, I am always with my subordinates, then you will not grow. No, I am always with my superiors, then you will never be able to execute the jobs. You should give time there also, you should give time here also. We say, what is this guy? All the time he is in my room. What execution is he doing? That also should not happen. What is this guy? He doesn't come to any meeting at all. He's always busy completing the work. I know that work has to be completed. Equally important is this. So, depriving time from anything which is very important is definitely going to anchor you from actually jumping high. So it's very important that you give equal time there, and also give time to improving yourself, also give time to technically improve, also invest time on academically improve. If you're BSc, go for MSc. If you're BTech, go for MTech. If you're an MTech, go for PhD. If you're PhD, if you have done one thesis, go for a second thesis. Keep your mind occupied. That way what happens, when your mind is occupied, your mind is capable of actually doing millions of multitasking because of the capabilities of what you are learning. Learning keeps the mind active, and active mind will have an active body, and automatically because of that active body, you will look healthy. When your mind stops learning things, it will have a lethargic mind. Automatically a lethargic mind will have a lethargic body, and lethargic body will be a diseased body. Immune system also will be weak. If you want your mind and body to be alert, keep learning activity into your mind consistently. Being empathetic, leverage recording technology. Like what I told, right now also we are leveraging this recording technology. We are recording so that I go and listen and I find out what was the flaws that I would have used, how I could have made it better. And for you also, in a meeting, you go for a recording, listen to it again and again. And if you are talking to people, record it and then talk with their permission, go listen to it. Use this beautiful recording technology to improve yourself. in all these places? Am I talking with proper eye contact? Am I actually using the right kind of words? Is my voice modulation good enough that even the last person can be heard? Or it is too loud that it is distracting the first few people because of my loudness? All, it has to be, you will have to leverage the recording technology. And verbal skills of communication, negotiation skills, and practice. Anything that you don't practice, you cannot master it. Everything, try to create a pseudo environment. We call it as a mock environment. It's not a real environment. Create a mock environment and practice. Tomorrow there is a board meeting. Everybody will give their self-introduction. I also need to give my progress and introduction. So let me practice. I'll practice 1000 times. No, what is there to practice? I'll go and simply say, that is the most, अपने पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी मारना यही होता है. For the 2 years of hard work what you have done, you get that 3 minutes how you can express about the 2 years. You work for 2 years, you don't prepare for that 2 years of hard work, what you will have to do here. You should equally give importance there. You should have practice, you should go, you should practice in front of the mirror, you should practice in front of the video. If you get an expert who is a communicator, do it in front of him. Ask him if there is any changes I will have to bring. Once you have done 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, 100 times, 500 times, then you say, now I am ready. And then go to the board meeting and you do it. Everybody, hey, this guy was superb, nah? Why? He practiced it. So don't lose such opportunities, because you will never get one more such time. Whatever is past is past. In the present, when you have an opportunity, execute it. Overall, your interpersonal skills is, you should have amazing critical thinking, critical execution, communication skills. You should have amazing problem solving capabilities, decision making skills. You should know how to handle stress. When too much of job comes simultaneously, when time gets overlapped because you have given 2 things at the same time, you will get stressed. When the time becomes limited and you will have to do overworking, you get stressed. When things are not done at the required time, when it gets procrastinated or postponed, you get stressed. You should be able to handle that stress. Stress is nothing but when it should have been done and actually when it was done. That is also. Stress is nothing but what could have been done by 10 people when it has to be done with 3 people. Yes, stress will be there. Now all of you are sitting comfortably fine. Now I'll say 20 people will sit in 10 chairs. So what you will do? You will have to make him sit on the lap. But do you think it will be comfortable? No, it is stress. So don't allow to create stress and then manage stress. Stress is not a money which you have earned and you will have to manage it. Stress is shit. Rather than creating a shit, avoid creating that shit. And after creating a shit, you will have to manage, that's okay. But next time, don't create that shit. Na? If 10 chairs are there, only 10 people will sit. Or if 20 is expected, organize the chairs and make them sit. Or 10 people will sit for 15 minutes and the meeting is winded, and the next 10 people will sit for 15 minutes and the meeting is concluded. Or all of us will stand for 10 minutes and the meeting is concluded. Somehow know how to handle stress. That's all. And then emotions. You should be able to work on their emotions while you are under stress also. Too much stress, what happens? When you're too emotionally high or low, don't take decisions. Intelligence does not work. When you're too deep stressed, anger is created. When you're too much in anger, danger. It is just one letter D, A-N-G-E-R. If you don't drop anger, you're welcoming danger. Give up anger, danger also will go away. If you take anger, you are expecting some danger to happen. So avoid that. And as a self-awareness, you should be knowing what you are capable of. You cannot overdo things. That is what I say. Be empathetic towards yourself also. You know what you are capable of. Handle only so much. But keep progressing. That doesn't mean that 10 years back I was doing the same, now also I'll do the same. That means you are living a mediocre life. You have never expanded the comfort zone. I'm not saying that also. And I'm not saying too overconfidently try to expand. No, either say satellite launch hoga, either say satellite launch hoga. No, handle what is possible. So that way. And how to teach people? Yes, same thing. Whatever I did, encouraging interaction with each other. As a chairman or as a team leader, as a group leader, I'll have to develop each and every one of your interpersonal skills. Only then as a team we can grow. So what we do, I should bring external trainers and make you encourage interaction with each other. How do you communicate? How each and every one of you will come and present yourself, and teach them about listening skills, how they will have to be patient listener, teach them conversation skills and appropriate language skills, what is the tone they will have to use, what is the tempo they will have to maintain, can they consistently stand in one place and keep on giving talks, holding on to the audience. Yes, audience sometimes they just miss out, bringing them back and then asking them to continue, increasing or decreasing your volume to take the attention of the audience, all this. And encourage questions. When you are as a team member, you should help them to ask questions and you should be ready to answer them also. That is also important. And compliment every little achievement also, because everybody craves for appreciation. We are humans. We crave for appreciation. When every of our small gain, means whatever prosper we do, if we get appreciated, it gives us invisible energy which can help us to achieve more. Otherwise what happens, you keep a target and until the target is not achieved, you never smile against your subordinates. 100 reached? Get ready. It doesn't work. 50 reached? Wow! 15 days you have already completed 50% of the work. Great. In 20 days you can, in 1 week only you can complete, but you still have 20 days. Go ahead, make it in a record time. Appreciate every little thing. So compliment and be a role model. You should also complete some runs. It doesn't mean that everybody hits and you become out for zero. Everybody takes wicket and you don't take wicket. That is not going to be progressive. That is not called as leadership skills. Learn and interpret non-verbal communication. See, non-verbal communication in the sense, in a working environment when responsibilities are given, you will know whether that person has wholeheartedly accepted or just because in the flow he accepted it. We can know it. Do you think you can execute the project? It's a second question. Who is going to be the captain in case we decide we are going to have one of the captain from the junior players? One hand goes up. Immediately they say, no, make sure. Ask him again. Do you think जीत के आओगे? सर जीतूंगा हारूंगा क्या फर्क पड़ता है सर, लेकिन कैप्टन तो बनूंगा. If that words were told, Dhoni wouldn't have been given a captain. सर जीत के ही आऊंगा, 100% जीत के आऊंगा. That confidence, non-verbal communication. If a ball is given to the bowler, do you think you can take the wicket? If he hesitates to take the ball, then he shouldn't give. Or he shouldn't just be given the ball. He should be appreciated and given a ball. Remember the last match, in the last over you took 3 wickets. I know you can do it. Bug up my boy. I think you are the only person who can bowl this over. Give. So read the non-verbal skills. He has to accept the ball, but he took little time to accept the ball. And the way he accepted the ball, the speed at which he accepted the ball, you can know whether he is positive, he is having that confidence that he can bowl the last over. When he is not, it's better not to give. When you tap and when you say, then he holds the ball tight. Okay, Captain Saab, चिंता मत कीजिए, विकेट लेके ही मारूंगा. It works. दो लोग है ना, मारूंगा या मरूंगा. There is no coming back option. मैं जाऊंगा. Yes, he can send him. साहब जी मुझे जाना है. Then आप पीछे जाओ. Somebody else will go. So look at non-verbal skills also. Listening skills, give time, show interest, same thing. Empathizing skills, being compassionate, and same thing. Whatever I have told now, summarizing will be the same. I think one of the best way to understand interpersonal skills is Dale Carnegie's How to Influence People. Okay, it's a very beautiful book. Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is one of the standard Bible, I can call it as, which all the great leaders have used who work in various small or big organization or political organization. If you need to attract people just like you are a strong magnet, if you want to win over people just like you are a man of attraction, then you will have to follow the simple techniques of how to win friends and influence people. So the first, we will go through most of it. You will know, whenever you want to be this kind of a personality, you should always start become a friendlier person. By distancing yourself as a boss with your subordinates, it will always distance you to him, and your distance of working also will happen, and it will actually influence his workflow. So make him feel that you are the most friendlier person. That's the reason Ratan Tata, whenever he is in any kind of an office, during the lunch time, he goes along with his co-workers, and then he has lunch like an ordinary man. That makes him feel like he's the most friendlier person that we can love to work, and we are ready to die for him. Even great majors, generals, when there is a lunch time, they don't eat in separate rooms, they come to a common place, they become friendlier. Whenever it is get together, everybody is treated equally, so that way become a friendlier person. That way you can attract more. Even when you go as a client to a customer, or you go as a customer, or when a customer comes to you, can you start with a friendlier manner? You can always win over. Become a friendlier person. Win people to your way of thinking. See, initially what happens, whenever you want people to come to your way of thinking, you will have to win over them. You can't dictate and get the things done. Until they come to your side, allow them to be how they are, and slowly win them over to your side. No, I strongly believe early in the mornings taking up this ragi, this is not so healthy. I would like to have this only. Okay, you continue with that. It's okay. You are a part of mine. Be a friendlier person, and slowly you win him over to your way of thinking. Most of the time what we do is, just because he is disagreeing to whatever you say, you want him outside the team and you push him out. That way you cannot win friends and influence him. You cannot bring him to your circle of influence. So allow him to do whatever he is doing, and slowly see whether you can win him over back to your way of thinking. That is what it means. And be a leader. Leader means all that leadership skills, whatever I have told. Being a leader means you do first and then ask others to do it. This is how the restroom is going to be used. It has to be dry before use, and it has to be dry after use. You should follow that and allow others to follow it. No papers should be thrown everywhere, and you keep on throwing everywhere. No, this rule doesn't apply to me. It only applies to my subordinates. It doesn't work. Be a leader in every action what you take up. And create an attitude of peace and happiness. That is what I told. When you are actually handling a team, there should be a sense of peace, and there should be a sense of happiness. There should be a sense of dependability. There should be a sense of closeliness. There should be a sense of emotional attachment. All these are very much important. You cannot forego all this and then build a team. So create an attitude for peace and happiness. If your employees don't feel happy to come and work with each other, and then still you want to execute a project, it doesn't work. Check the India. When I showed you that last picture, the first thing what the coach had to be doing was build up confidence with each other, build up dependency among each other, build up a care among each other, and then as a team they can always perform. So for that, you will have to create an attitude of peace and happiness for each other, for themselves, and for their colleagues. That has to be created. And become a friendlier person. And to become a friendlier person, you as a best follower of interpersonal skills, never criticize, condemn or complain. All of us have to do this. One go, criticize, condemn, complain, criticize, condemn, complain, criticize, condemn, complain. When you criticize, condemn and complain, people don't like you. They don't want to come close to you. So it's very important that you don't do this criticize, condemn and complaining. What's the time? I watched
4:20.
4:20. Okay. For 5-10 minutes we'll stop. So never, don't criticize, condemn or complain. A simple rule that you will have to follow. If you want to develop your interpersonal skills, irrespective of whatever big mistake they do, don't criticize, condemn or complain. But if you still have to criticize or you have a complaint or you have a problem, then it has to be in closed wall. Appreciation should be in outside in common public. And if you will have to tell a problem, you can tell in closed doors. Before telling that criticism or condemning or complaining, don't criticize, don't condemn. You can tell if there is a problem. A problem can be explained in the manner a problem has occurred. Instead of that, what we do, instead of condemning the problem, you start criticizing the person only. Thomas Alva Edison could have been criticized for 9,999 attempts what he did. You could have condemned him for 9,999 attempts. You could have complained about why this 9,999. Directly at a 10,000 attempt, if you would have done, the vada would have filled your stomach. You should have directly eaten the 7th vada. And you also know it is illogic. So, at no point of time criticizing, condemning and complaining should work. So, negative energy can easily be spreaded by criticizing another person, and it will damage that person's reputation, and it will dent his reputation, which cannot be modified by just cutting a sorry. I'm sorry, yesterday in front of everybody I shouted. You poke. I'm sorry, in front of everybody I shouted. But the shout would have created a dent. I have nailed, but I'll remove the nail. I have punctured, but I'll remove the knife. You put the stitches. Scar will always remain. So never, even with your wife, even with your children, don't criticize, condemn, complain, and compare also. Instead of 3 C's, we say 4 C's. Never compare. God does not create duplicates, because He doesn't want to create uniqueness who will do the same kind of job in the same manner. No, everybody does job differently. So don't compare. He is different, he is different. Elder one is different, younger one is different. Your brother is different, your sister is different. No mangoes from the same. No mango from the same mango tree will taste the same. No 2 leaves from the same tree will be alike. Even twins will have different footprint, different voice print. So don't criticize, don't condemn, don't complain, don't compare to people. It's not going to work. Don't compare projects also. That project was different, this project is completely different. And this is what we say. Become a friendlier person. Use people's name. Always remember, for everybody, their name is the most important sound in their life. Politicians follow this very strictly. They try to remember everybody's name, or they keep an assistant who will remember all the names. The moment you come and he addresses, Mr. Mallikarjuna, nice to meet you after so long, you feel thrilled about it, and you will feel like he remembers my name. So that way, a good chairman is the one, if he can remember people's name. You should get into a habit of remembering as many names as possible. So that has to be cultivated as an habit. And whenever you meet new people, repeat the name multiple times. Make a note of it when he's not watching in a book or a mobile, so that you keep uttering and reminding yourself multiple times what his name is. And automatically it will go in the memory and stay, and you will never forget. That will be a greatest gift. And be a good listener. Encourage others to talk first. Most of the time what we do, when we sit, you say first and then you want others to say. That is not. Even Modi ji, when he sits for a meeting, he patiently listens to every chief minister what he has to say, and finally he tells what he has to say and allows the entire people to take decision what should be the best policy for a particular problem what they have sat for discussion. So like that, be a good listener. Encourage others to talk, so that others will feel they are also important. If you don't create that they are also importance in there, next time they don't come prepared with for the meeting also. What preparation here? He doesn't listen to us only. He just calls us, he says what he wants to say, and we should automatically follow that. That is not co-working. That is individual one-man army working. That should not happen. Be a good listener. Encourage others to also to talk, and win people to your way of thinking. Earlier, whatever I told. And you can get them to your way of talking by accepting as they are and allowing them to do what they are doing, and slowly if you can influence them to what you are doing with right kind of facts, they will come to your way of thinking. So win people to your way of thinking, be a leader, create an attitude of peace and happiness, and if you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. That is what we do. If for one person, if you criticize, condemn, complain or compare and say, you don't know, you have just got a promotion, the earlier person who was in your position, he was doing better work than you. Don't compare. Don't criticize, don't condemn or complain. So, what happens? You will be kicking the beehive so that tomorrow intentionally you will not work when you do that. And by choice when they work, they can give results. By compulsion when they work, they cannot give results. 100% emotional results won't happen. Give honest and sincere appreciation. As I told you, everybody needs to be appreciated. Appreciate something about them. If they have completed some work on time, appreciate them. Small achievements, appreciate them. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Just like I told, can we do this project in 1 week? He should say that yes, I can do it. That arose in the other person that eager want, I want to do it. That has to be created. So he who can do this has the whole world within. He who cannot walks a lonely way. So if you want your team to be on your side, you should arouse in that person an eager want. Become genuinely interested in the other person. That means when Ratan used to talk to his employees, he would be genuinely interested in what is running in their mind. He used to ask suggestions, used to ask how are things, and if they would give any suggestions, he used to read between the lips and he used to implement the suggestions then and there itself. That is what we say, becoming genuinely interested in other person. It should not be, I am interested just because I want to listen and create an impression that I also listen to you. No, I want to listen and I want to take action. अगर उधर से गोली निकलता है करके आपको अगर थॉट में भी ऐसा इंट्यूशन आता है, पहले आप गोली चलाओ, बाद में हम देख लेंगे. That is called as becoming genuinely interested in other person. And always keep a smile, always keep that happy smile in your face when you meet people, when you're scolding people, irrespective, when you're telling to people, when you're getting into discussion. Remember that a person's name to him is the most important and the most sweetest and the most important sound in any language. Try to remember all your colleagues' name, all your means whoever is there in your building, everybody's name should be by hearted. It's not difficult, it is possible. Address them with their name only. Happy morning, Mr. Malik. Happy morning, Mr. Ratan. Happy morning, Mr. Azim ji. It makes a big difference. Try to remember names. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. Then only you can get close to them. You keep on telling what you want. You don't allow others to talk. It won't work. A very God husband is the one who will listen to his wife. A wife will never expect solution. She just wants you to listen. Most of the employees who come with the problem, they know a solution to that problem also. They simply come and they want to tell you, and after you have listened everything, sir, I have a solution. This can be done, sir. Then why did you tell me so many things? They wanted you to listen. Yeah, good. Appreciate that. Hey, good, yeah, you have a solution. I was thinking what to do. I was little confused, but good, yeah. So like that, be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves, and solution will be there only. Behind the problem, solution will be there. But you are not ready to listen to the problem only. Wait, his wife will come with a solution also. Solution is at the back. But first you listen the problem. You don't listen the problem, you argue at the problem. She will keep the solution to yourself and she will ask you to give a solution which she will never accept, in spite of she knows this can be a solution. Because I told you, you should be God husband. When you know it is your wife's mistake also, you should only accept. That is how life is going to be. So encourage them. Talk in terms of the other person's interest. Just now I told, let the other person's interest also. If he is saying I am seeing the tail part of it, look from his perspective also. We cannot work from morning 6 to evening 6. I have a mother who is hospitalized, I need to take care of her. No, I have my grandpa who is hospitalized, I need to take care of them. Nobody is there to drop my kids. Like that, yes. Understand there, be empathetic, and also talk in terms of other person's interest. Then you say, I understand few people who have that problem, they can extend in the evening, or they can work one extra day on Sunday. Like that you can be taking. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. That is what I have always told. The only way to get best of an argument is avoid it. No argument will lead to any solutions. The best way to get out of an argument is to avoid it. By arguing, you will lose the person also, and forget about getting a solution. You will never get a solution. So show respect to the other person's opinion. Never say you are wrong. Most of us say you are wrong. You start like that. It doesn't work. I agree. I see there is a point in what you say. You please explain me. Then I will tell you my point, and then we will see what would be the best point. That way, hey, how can that be? You are wrong. You are 100% wrong. That person would get frustrated to talk to you. He would avoid many such occasions where he had to come and explain you a solution also. He will not come. So show respect for the other person's opinion. Never say you are wrong, so that people will not come with what is called as solutions. If first time only, if you upfront reject. If you are wrong, admit it quickly and empathetically. I did not understand this. I'm very sorry. I think this is the best solution. Appreciate them. And it was a mistake on your side. Admit it quickly and empathetically. Always do that. Begin in a friendlier way. But here we say, can you become a God husband? When you don't know whose mistake it is, you are cutting a sorry. When you know it is your mistake, you are cutting a sorry. When you know it is other person's mistake, also cut a sorry. It doesn't work. You will not lose a person. You will win over a person. Instead of 8 hours, you will work 16 hours. That way you will have to win him over. then begin in a friendly way, we have seen, get the other person saying yes, yes immediately. This is the secret of Socrates, we say. When you want other person to say yes, you will have to consistently build that SS theory. All of you know that we love our parents, yes or no? Yes. Taking care of them is equally our responsibility for the kind of responsibility they have taken, yes or no? Yes. Your mind is automatically saying yes. Being in this position, being a father is also a responsibility, and seeing to it we are there till the at least an age where our kids are comfortable and their kids are comfortable is our moral responsibility, yes or no? What if we are deprived from that action and we have to live somewhere in between? Do you think that is not right, na? Yes, it is not right. I can take you an example. By continuously taking tobacco, by continuously smoking, we are giving a chance to actually forbid this assurance to our kids and grandkids. They wouldn't be able to see us an healthy living during our old age. Do you think this should happen? No, na? So let us say no to drugs right now. Yes, we will say no to drugs right now. Like that, you will have to build them to always say yes, or build them to always say no. I started with yes, I came with no because I had an urgency to complete. But you should start with yes theory and bring it to yes. You should start with no theory, and finally what you want, you will have to put it across. Just like for a baby, how does Kaka say ka? He says ka. You put the food in. He will eat. Again, like that, you will have to get the other person saying yes immediately. On the positive note, not for no. Let the other person do a great deal of talking. It's always important. Let the other person feel that the idea is his. Then he will voluntarily accept it, and then he will do it. If you dump an idea, they will look for excuses. If they pick up an idea, because they have a willingness to do. Where there is a will, there is a way. I did not say that. I said there is always a way. You will have to build up their will. When they say will, they will look for a way. When you show the way, they will look for willingness, excuses. मैं मुझे क्यों करना है? ये problem है ना, मैं जाके बताता हूँ, ये problem है. If they are told they will do, they will look for solutions. Let the other person feel that the idea is his and us, so that they will willingly look for solutions. If you drop the idea, they will look for excuses. Don't do. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. As I told you, if a person says elephant is actually a long tail, accept it. Accept it, because it is true. So look from other person's perspective and then give a side. Don't admit it wrong. No, what you are saying is wrong. What you are saying is right. It is partially right. Let me explain you. What you told is 100% right. Yes, there is a tail side of the elephant also. Like that. So be sympathetic with other person's ideas and desire. Appeal to the nobler motive. See, all of them will have a nobler motive. Positive thoughts, positive. Look for those nobler motives. Appreciate those nobler motives. Appreciate at least 3 best things they have done, and 1 criticism is accepted. Don't directly start with criticism. I know last year you were the topper in the execution of this project. I want to once again congratulate you, and I still remember 3 years back down the line, you were one of the top performer of that year 1995. I again want to appreciate. But I have a small problem. What is it, sir? Tell me, sir. This year's your performance, I think, should be improved. Enough. वो कर देगा. एकदम बुला के this year क्या improvement हुआ है आपका? ऐसा अंडर परफॉर्म करोगे, मैं टीम में नहीं रख पाऊंगा. Please. वो जाएगा, मैं बिल्कुल काम नहीं करेगा. He will go and he will run away. So appeal to the nobler motives. Bring out that nobler motives. Bring out that positive things what they have told, and then say, can you correct this one negative? It should look easy for him to correct. You say it will be impossible for you to complete this entire target on time. He will start becoming so inferior and he will give up on the project. So please see to it. Dramatize your ideas. Just like how simple words I try to dramatize. I try to put it in lots of voice modulation, lot of stories, lot of example, nth bada, kaun bada. I take up lot of examples. My 3 subject mein fail hua, wo 4 subject mein fail hua. So can you dramatize your idea so that it goes and hits the listener? That is very, very important. Throw down a challenge. That is what was told. So begin with a praise and honest appreciation. Yes, call attention of the other person's mistake indirectly. First appreciate their right things and then indirectly talk about your own mistake before criticizing. Sometimes this is also best. It was one such incident where Ratan Tata writes, he had a subordinate because of whom a first such project went out of hand, a 3 crore project. And the man goes with an intention that today Ratan Tata is going to fire me left and right. And he goes with that intention. Here was a man, he was a man, learned personality. As soon as he gets in, don't be shattered, don't be depressed. It's okay. Let me tell you what happened to me when I was offered the first job. It was a time when I was offered the first job and one of the project had to be taken as an order. Because of my wrong quotation, we missed the order and we missed 3 crores. 3 crores at that time, 3 crores now, it's a different amount altogether. You make the other person save his face. And this indirect motivation can do wonders. Mother Teresa, when he spit, took the handkerchief, wiped it, and with a smile in the face, she told, this I will keep it up. For me, I don't mind. Can you please help the poor? Motivation, transformations will happen. So, talk about own mistakes before criticizing the other person. And then you say, my boss did not criticize me. So here, I being your boss, I don't want to do the same. I know you can make it up. And that person really makes up and he becomes one of the person responsible for Tata to venture into all the verticals. They are in soap, they are in shampoo, they are in detergent, they are in software, they are in hardware, they are in car manufacturing. You think of a product, they are there. So that was only because of that system what they followed. Ask question instead of giving direct orders. Do you think we can do it? Ask indirectly a question. Do you think you can stay for 5 more minutes? Ask. No, you guys will have to stay for 5 more minutes. Few of you will run away. So, ask questions instead of giving direct. Let the other person save the face. I know a mistake has happened. Don't colorfully blunder it and then put it across to the world. Look, isne mistake kiya hai. No, don't do that. Allow the other person to save his face. In front of everybody, don't do that blunder. Call him individually. Can we meet tomorrow? Come tomorrow at 10 o'clock. गलती हो गया immediately लेकर आके बाव कर दो. No, wait for it to suppress, because in the peak of emotions only blunders happen. Bring the emotions down. You postponed it for 1 day. It's okay. We will meet tomorrow. No problem. You come tomorrow at 9. He comes tomorrow at 9. He's also cool. He's also cool. And then he says, I did the same thing. I also got into problem. So that way, let the other person save the face. He will work for you for lifetime. If you don't save his face, he is going to criticize or he is going to create a blunder for your company, and it is going to be more harmful than this. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. That is what I told. Be arty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. That means when you will have to criticize, udhar lavishly mat karo. Appreciation lavishly karo. We do the reverse. एक गलती हो जाता है, you keep that गलती and रगड़ के every time you keep highlighting. Last time I know what you did. That was 10 years back. But still, I don't want the same reputation. And he did successfully. Again next year he will come. You know, last 10 years what you did? I don't want that to repeat. Sir, forget about 10 years. 9 years I have been doing good. Na? He is a bad CEO. He cannot remain a good CEO at all. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be arty in appreciation. Last 9 years you have done great here. Nobody in our company can even think of breaking your record. But I want to warn you. It's just an alert. Not warning. I want to alert you. Things may happen like what it happened in 2010 also. Be cautious, that's all. Okay? Test. Lesson has gone, so that you will not be overconfident, nor you will take things lightly. That lavish your praise. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. That is important. When he does a mistake, don't drag his reputation and break or means you should not dent his reputation. Keep up to his reputation. एक mistake से उसका reputation should not be brought down. होता है. 10 years में एक year underperform किया है तो ठीक है. So that way, what you say, keep up to his reputation. Use encouragement, make the fault seem easy to correct. When there is a fault, you will have to make it easy to correct, make the other person happy about doing the things you suggest. That happiness environment has to be created. You should feel happy doing things. Assign the job when they are emotionally connected to that, or they change the team to something else. If they are not actually emotionally aligned to that project, don't bring a wrong person. You can't bring Tendulkar and say sing like Lata Mangeshkar. You can't bring Lata Mangeshkar and say play like Tendulkar. It is not the right way. So happiness and emotionally attached should be there, only then results will pour in. Thank you. If you have any questions, otherwise we will wind up. Huh?
Recently, we are seeing some videos from motivational speakers and all. You have to learn how to tell no. That is also very important.
Very, very important. It is very important to say no, but can you say no so that the opposition will not get offended about it? See, most of the time we get used to not to hurt them, we consistently keep on saying yes. This Zindagi Na Milega Dubara, the last character was, she's a close buddy. Right from childhood, he has been playing with her and he has never seen her like a wife. Sometimes we don't see certain people like a wife. Just because both the parents have decided, he cannot say no, and he cannot honestly tell, no, I don't see you from that angle at all, please forgive me. He was not ready to say that. He was also suffering, and after marriage, entire family would have suffered. So sometimes learn to say no when you can say no. That has to be learnt. It should not be told in a tentable manner, but you should be able to say no. It has to be honestly, you should know when to say no. A person who can say no can be trusted, because even in an interview, you cannot say I know everything. At least for a few questions, sir, I think I don't know the answer for that. If opportunity comes, I'll just upgrade on that. Sir, I think this project cannot be done as per what I know. So please consider it as a no. But I am ready to put my heart and soul if I come to know by any means or by any of your suggestions that if this project can be executed, I will definitely rethink and I will let you know. Right now, with whatever knowledge I have, I want to tell you this project cannot be completed in 7 days. No, it cannot be completed. Be ready to say no. It's very, very important. To say no, you will have to self-pep yourself. You will have to keep telling yourself, I know I'll have to say no to this because it's not going to be possible. I know I'll have to say no to this because it's not going to be possible. With the terms and conditions, what I know. If the conditions change, then definitely I can say yes to it. You will have to go deeper in order to say no. You can't blindly say no because there is a non-willingness. Your willingness is there to do the work, but an excuse is there. It's really not an excuse. It's humanly impossible. So you cannot say no. But when you find out a fact that somewhere yes can be told, you can add that clause or right now make a stern decision. Right now it is no only, sir. I cannot deliver 10 cars in a week's time. Even if you work overtime, the quality will drop. So please excuse us. You need to give us 15 days time. And I will see to it we should be able to give you on the 14th or a 13th day. Give them on the 12th day. It works. But saying yes and when you are not able to deliver, that is more dangerous to your business than saying honestly no, not possible. No, चलता है. भगवान भी कभी कभी no बोलता है. No, I cannot give you that. अभिषेक, ऐश्वर्या का हो गया, आपको नहीं मिलेगा. वो बोल देता है. नेक्स्ट जन्म में देखा जाएगा, लेकिन इस जन्म में no is very clear. So you should learn to say no. Honestly, honesty is the best policy. You should say no, not offending them. Your no should not be with arrogance. Your no should not be from a non-willingness. I really want to complete this project, but as per the terms and conditions, what I know, it will be highly impossible to do it. So, under these circumstances, I am declaring it as no. That's all. So, you will also not feel offended. Any other questions?
Only thing we have to convince them.
You will have to convince them. Yes, it may not take time. They will immediately accept it. To say no, you will have to convince them. No is a deep emotional expression that you will have to put it across. You cannot term it as no. The moment you say no, it becomes arrogance. It needs to be packed up and then it should be kept as no. Any other?
Similarly, this self-marketing. You told now.
Yes,
Most
yes.
of the people will not do.
No, very, very important. And most of us will not know each other's capabilities also.
But the people are believing that self-marketing is not a good.
See, over marketing is dangerous. See, so sometimes what happens, I keep on advertising, I am the best, I am the best, I am the best. वो भी dangerous है. But having a skill set, not being able to tell is also not so right. You will have to make an attempt to market yourself. Otherwise, people will not select you. You are in a process of getting selected for something else, because your entire journey of working is not only working. Your journey of working is to push yourself to the next level. You have two objectives whenever you are working. All of you should remember, you have two objectives whenever you are working. You're working in order to get the job done, that is equally important. At the same time, you're working for a progressive growth. That progressive growth, when it has to happen, your skill sets, whatever you have upgraded, has to be explained, has to be displayed. Only then a better opportunity will come. Otherwise, it will never come. Sometimes it may look like you're trying to boost yourself, but still, it's okay to do that. It's okay to do that. You will have to do that. Responsibilities will be put only then. Who do you think who can do? Do you think you can execute this project? Sir, I can execute. I have already executed 5 projects. I have already told you earlier. At least make that announcement. Important. Whether they like it or dislike it, not in an aggressive, arrogance manner, but you will have to self-promote yourself, self-declare what all the skill sets you have learned. In IT companies, they allow them to do it. And they will ask you from last year to this year what upgradation you have done. They give them a list and they will have to upgrade. It is already a part of the process in IT companies. Any other questions?
Sir, not active listeners or not in the superiors. Even though we convince also, they will not listen.
They also need a PPPD session, sir. There is no other go. So what you will say, you will definitely say, I think I would have been a better chairman if I would have sat there. If that feeling comes to you, that's enough. You are already upgraded to that level. You will have to somehow reach that chair. Because we cannot change our superiors. There is no way we can always do that. When the superiors don't match certain credentials, you can take that advantage and self-motivating, telling, if I would have been in this position, I would have handled the same situation in a much better way by putting it across like this. You're sending a message to the genie that he's not the right person, I am the right person, take me there. That's all. That message has gone. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, if there is no questions, we will stand there, we'll have a group photo and then we will wind up the class. We don't know how the life takes us. We may not meet, but at least we will have this